Did anyone order a cleric with a side of sass? If so, I'm Dahlia Avalon. Wow, how do I keep this short and sweet? I grew up in the poor sector of New Averant and took care of Papa after my mother died when I was 6. Papa was not well after she passed, so I bounced around waitressing and spent any of my free time at the Temple of Cocobio since he helped me feel close to my mama. But it was hard making ends meet as a barmaid, so after some encouragement from my best friend Silic, I enlisted as a cleric in the Order of the Fallen Star. Next thing I know, I'm across the realm with a team of strangers that have quickly become my family. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Ready for things to take a sharp left? Okay, let's see. Turns out Cocobio, the goddess of moon and stars, is not the most virtuous angel that we thought, and well, neither is New Averant. After defecting from the church and the government, I learned that Gladlin, the god of fate, is only a slightly less destructive hot mess. And now we're on god number 3, Halasna, goddess of sun and life. As Horai now travels the world as adventurers for hire. So far, so good there. I would totally hate if something bad were to happen to her. Oh wait, there's more. How could I forget? Turns out my mother descends from a long line of devil royalty, and not just any royalty, the Deimos clan, aka the Lord of the Shadowfell. My lineage gives me this devil form I can transform into, a natural foresight gift, or curse if you ask me, and a boatload full of family drama. I discovered I have a half-brother named Silic. Yeah, that's Silic. My mother at some point has been resurrected from the dead, and oh yeah, Deimos wants to use me as a conduit for his armies to infiltrate and conquer the Averant realm. Almost forgot to mention that part, it kinda haunts my dreams a lot. But it's not all doom and gloom in my world, promise. No, really, I have wonderful friends, hilarious and fun adventures, and I may have just met the love of my life amidst it all. Ejodakash is the only person I've ever met to stand right in the face of danger and swing his sword without a second thought. With as much fire and brimstone looming over our heads, I couldn't imagine living in a world without him and our friends by my side, and keeping me sane. So whatever New Averant, the gods, Deimos, or fate seem to have planned for all of us, I know that Horai will be ready to face it together. Because if we go down, we won't go down without the fight. We got this, right? Right?
I never put much stock in families. My own sold me off to the black market to make money off the child with wings. I was nothing but a skinny street kid with broken wings from trying to escape. That is, until the Order of the Fallen Star soldiers rescued me. My heroes in blue. I aspired to be like them and one day meet the big 3, Soma, Geneva, and Aegis. My life turned around and I worked hard night and day to hone my skills and be the best soldier I could. I usually worked on my own until I was paired up with the most peculiar group of people. We were sent on some quests, our base was attacked, and I died. But don't worry, Dahlia brought me back. I think I could actually consider her my first true friend. Gaiju and Dira also quickly wormed their way into my guarded heart as our adventures continued. My world turned a little upside down at that point as we encountered creatures and were hounded by the gods. I'm starting to think my little group is a god magnet, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Anyways, one of these gods, Luna, decided that I would be a good stand-in for her and transferred her powers over to me. I met her sisters, which seem like major bitches, and I keep getting asked if I would choose peace or war, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. And I would rather continue being the best soldier I can, which turned out to be not that great. My friend may have accidentally transformed into a slightly terrifying demon, which forced us to defect. But one of the big 3, Soma, also defected, and it turns out so did his brother. So maybe my past heroes were not all they cracked up to be. I wish I could say things went well from there, but somehow myself, Dira, and Treya were transported 10 years in the future, while Gaiju, Dahlia, and our new friend Apollo were left behind. For us, no time had passed, but the rest of Horiath was stuck living in the past 10 years searching for us. We finally found each other just as Geneva, another of the big 3, found us and was not very friendly. A few murders later, and we were free of her wrath. Soma found us again, and I'm glad he did. He's not as bad as Dahlia makes him seem. In fact, I think he's pretty sweet, and not too bad looking. Oh, and he gave me a gorgeous locket before leaving again. I guess I'm able to talk to him through it, which is nice. Anyways, Horiath ventured to the Shadowfell to save Apollo, who's now Hades, from Dahlia and Silic's evil grandfather. I was again hounded with that peace or war question. Obviously, peace is not an answer in our line of work as trouble keeps finding us. I think war might be our only option to protect my team, who has taught me what a family should be. Honestly, I can't even imagine my life without them. I've gone through a few changes recently. I couldn't tell at first, but the team seemed pretty concerned. I don't know why, since it's just a little hair and makeup change. Well, maybe my eyes changed a bit as well, but it's not that noticeable. At least Soma seems to like it.
I'm Dara Mullane from Currants Gap. My family's been the town blacksmith's time out of mind. So that's what I learned, and what I thought I'd always do. My little brother Aiden, though, he was different. Don't even know where he got half the books he read, and nobody ever really understood what he was on about. Some folks got more patience for that than others, and some don't have nothing better to do but make trouble. Fenton Antery was one of those. His daddy owned the mine. He figured that meant he owned the rest of us, too. One night, Fenton had been wasting time and his daddy's money in the tavern. Took some kind of personal offense from Aiden just being Aiden. My brother was on the ground when I got there, and, well, it's kind of a blur after that till they dragged me off. I'm told Fenton ain't never been the same since. With what passed for justice in the mountains back then, that was more than enough to get me clapped in irons and shipped off to some other mine. It was 12 years before the new Averant soldiers came and told us the mine bosses weren't going to be a problem anymore. Whatever we were in for, we would be forgiven and we'd be free right then and there if we joined up. Seemed like an easy choice, to be part of the folks aiming to bring peace and justice. And for a while, it made sense. I even heard my brother got to go off to some fancy school to learn magic. I swore my oath to Kokobiel, angel of the moon and stars. Only it turns out she ain't what she's supposed to be, and neither is New Averant. It's all complicated. And my team, right? Well, they're mostly all smarter than me, but even I could tell when there wasn't no choice but to leave. So we did, and here we are. What happens next? Well, that's anybody's guess.
As the story of Arachnaguy once said, who am I? You sure you want to know? The story of my life is not for the faint of heart. If somebody told you it was a happy tale, if somebody said I was just your average guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied. My name is Apollo. Abandoned by my mother at the Silverleaf Institute. As a baby, I grew up never knowing her or my father. I grew up living and learning all that I could from the school. Everyone was great. Well, not everyone. Well, really only a few people were nice. The Institute housed the wealthiest of children, mostly. The ones that could afford prodigious education, at least. Because I was an orphan that the school took in, I was seen as an outcast. And even worse, due to my abnormal tiefling appearance with wings and tail, I was seen as a freak. I spent most of my days with my head down and my nose in a good book. Books are wonderful. They show you amazing worlds and lead you on amazing adventures. Oh, just like my one favorite story, Shriek, where he goes on an adventure with his reluctant friend Mule and Shortbread Guy. Sorry, I get a bit carried away. Things went well until one day a lad in my studies picked a fight with me. It was then that I discovered I had magical aptitude and at the same moment lost control of it. A fireball erupted from me and exploded in an area around me. Due to my tiefling heritage, I was only slightly hurt, but the boy who started it all wasn't so lucky. The boy's family wanted me expelled from the Institute, but Professor Durnick fought to have me stay. The tribunal agreed to allow it, but he was to watch over me and make sure I never used my magic again. He agreed to do so, but in secret trained me to control my powers. It was mildly successful, but I still lose control from time to time. Years passed, and one day I overheard the tale of a woman who was kidnapped and taken to a cave. I felt this was my time to finally become the hero I always read about. Little did I know I would get lost in said cave. But I would meet my found family. We've had so many adventures since, and things have been great. Well, that is until half of them disappeared. Pulled through time, and I was unable to stop the magic, and it broke me. And that's when I came to take the lead. Nice to meet you, finally. I'm Hades, Apollo's other half. See, Apollo is very innocent and has a hard time dealing with extreme stress. During a few majorly stressful moments in his life, I have taken over to get him through those situations. That first came to be during the whole business with the bully and the fireball. At least that was the earliest memory. I lived deep in his consciousness, seeing and hearing all until I'm needed. His friends being split and sent into the future 10 years was just the needed push for me to take the reins again. The only problem is, for the next 10 years, I stayed in control and couldn't talk to him. So for the last 10 years, I've been running around having a grand adventure with Dahlia and Gaiju, who become like siblings to me. Stories we could tell. I could write a book. Anyways, I eventually reconnected with our friends and have been traveling since. Oh, and Apollo has started talking again, taking control for short periods of time. Perhaps he'll take back over soon, and I'll go back to the dark corner of his brain that I usually stay. Which is good, right?
Did anyone order a cleric with a side of sass? If so, I'm Dahlia Ablon. Wow, how do I keep this short and sweet? I grew up in the poor sector of New Averant and took care of Papa after my mother died when I was 6. Papa was not well after she passed, so I bounced around waitressing and spent any of my free time at the Temple of Cocobio since he helped me feel close to my mama. But it was hard making ends meet as a barmaid, so after some encouragement from my best friend Silic, I enlisted as a cleric in the Order of the Fallen Star. Next thing I know, I'm across the realm with a team of strangers that have quickly become my family. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Ready for things to take a sharp left? Okay, let's see. Turns out Cocobio, the goddess of moon and stars, is not the most virtuous angel that we thought, and well, neither is New Averant. After defecting from the church and the government, I learned that Gladlin, the god of fate, is only a slightly less destructive hot mess. And now we're on god number 3, Halasna, goddess of sun and life. As Horai now travels the world as adventurers for hire. So far, so good there. I would totally hate if something bad were to happen to her. Oh wait, there's more. How could I forget? Turns out my mother descends from a long line of devil royalty, and not just any royalty, the Deimos clan, aka the Lord of the Shadowfell. My lineage gives me this devil form I can transform into, a natural foresight gift, or curse if you ask me, and a boatload full of family drama. I discovered I have a half-brother named Silic. Yeah, that's Silic. My mother at some point has been resurrected from the dead, and oh yeah, Deimos wants to use me as a conduit for his armies to infiltrate and conquer the Averant realm. Almost forgot to mention that part, it kinda haunts my dreams a lot. But it's not all doom and gloom in my world, promise. No, really, I have wonderful friends, hilarious and fun adventures, and I may have just met the love of my life amidst it all. Ejodakash is the only person I've ever met to stand right in the face of danger and swing his sword without a second thought. With as much fire and brimstone looming over our heads, I couldn't imagine living in a world without him and our friends by my side, and keeping me sane. So whatever New Averant, the gods, Deimos, or fate seem to have planned for all of us, I know that Horai will be ready to face it together. Because if we go down, we won't go down without the fight. We got this, right? Right?
I never put much stock in families. My own sold me off to the black market to make money off the child with wings. I was nothing but a skinny street kid with broken wings from trying to escape. That is, until the Order of the Fallen Star soldiers rescued me. My heroes in blue. I aspired to be like them and one day meet the big 3, Soma, Geneva, and Aegis. My life turned around and I worked hard night and day to hone my skills and be the best soldier I could. I usually worked on my own until I was paired up with the most peculiar group of people. We were sent on some quests, our base was attacked, and I died. But don't worry, Dahlia brought me back. I think I could actually consider her my first true friend. Gaiju and Dira also quickly wormed their way into my guarded heart as our adventures continued. My world turned a little upside down at that point as we encountered creatures and were hounded by the gods. I'm starting to think my little group is a god magnet, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Anyways, one of these gods, Luna, decided that I would be a good stand-in for her and transferred her powers over to me. I met her sisters, which seem like major bitches, and I keep getting asked if I would choose peace or war, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. And I would rather continue being the best soldier I can, which turned out to be not that great. My friend may have accidentally transformed into a slightly terrifying demon, which forced us to defect. But one of the big 3, Soma, also defected, and it turns out so did his brother. So maybe my past heroes were not all they cracked up to be. I wish I could say things went well from there, but somehow myself, Dira, and Treya were transported 10 years in the future, while Gaiju, Dahlia, and our new friend Apollo were left behind. For us, no time had passed, but the rest of Horiath was stuck living in the past 10 years searching for us. We finally found each other just as Geneva, another of the big three, found us and was not very friendly. A few murders later, and we were free of her wrath. Soma found us again, and I'm glad he did. He's not as bad as Dahlia makes him seem. In fact, I think he's pretty sweet, and not too bad looking. Oh, and he gave me a gorgeous locket before leaving again. I guess I'm able to talk to him through it, which is nice. Anyways, Horiath ventured to the Shadowfell to save Apollo, who's now Hades, from Dahlia and Silic's evil grandfather. I was again hounded with that peace or war question. Obviously, peace is not an answer in our line of work, as trouble keeps finding us. I think war might be our only option to protect my team, who has taught me what a family should be. Honestly, I can't even imagine my life without them. I've gone through a few changes recently. I couldn't tell at first, but the team seemed pretty concerned. I don't know why, since it's just a little hair and makeup change. Well, maybe my eyes changed a bit as well, but it's not that noticeable. At least Soma seems to like it.
I'm Dara Mullane from Currants Gap. My family's been the town blacksmith's time out of mind. So that's what I learned, and what I thought I'd always do. My little brother Aiden, though, he was different. Don't even know where he got half the books he read, and nobody ever really understood what he was on about. Some folks got more patience for that than others, and some don't have nothing better to do but make trouble. Fenton Antery was one of those. His daddy owned the mine. He figured that meant he owned the rest of us, too. One night, Fenton had been wasting time and his daddy's money in the tavern. Took some kind of personal offense from Aiden just being Aiden. My brother was on the ground when I got there, and, well, it's kind of a blur after that till they dragged me off. I'm told Fenton ain't never been the same since. With what passed for justice in the mountains back then, that was more than enough to get me clapped in irons and shipped off to some other mine. It was 12 years before the new Aberrant soldiers came and told us the mine bosses weren't going to be a problem anymore. Whatever we were in for, we would be forgiven and we'd be free right then and there if we joined up. Seemed like an easy choice, to be part of the folks aiming to bring peace and justice. And for a while, it made sense. I even heard my brother got to go off to some fancy school to learn magic. I swore my oath to Kokobiel, angel of the moon and stars. Only it turns out she ain't what she's supposed to be, and neither is New Aberrant. It's all complicated. And my team, right? Well, they're mostly all smarter than me, but even I could tell when there wasn't no choice but to leave. So we did, and here we are. What happens next? Well, that's anybody's guess.
As the story of Arachnaguy once said, who am I? You sure you want to know? The story of my life is not for the faint of heart. If somebody told you it was a happy tale, if somebody said I was just your average guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied. My name is Apollo. Abandoned by my mother at the Silverleaf Institute. As a baby, I grew up never knowing her or my father. I grew up living and learning all that I could from the school. Everyone was great. Well, not everyone. Well, really only a few people were nice. The Institute housed the wealthiest of children, mostly. The ones that could afford prodigious education, at least. Because I was an orphan that the school took in, I was seen as an outcast. And even worse, due to my abnormal tiefling appearance with wings and tail, I was seen as a freak. I spent most of my days with my head down and my nose in a good book. Books are wonderful. They show you amazing worlds and lead you on amazing adventures. Oh, just like my one favorite story, Shriek, where he goes on an adventure with his reluctant friend Mule and Shortbread Guy. Sorry, I get a bit carried away. Things went well until one day a lad in my studies picked a fight with me. It was then that I discovered I had magical aptitude and at the same moment lost control of it. A fireball erupted from me and exploded in an area around me. Due to my tiefling heritage, I was only slightly hurt, but the boy who started it all wasn't so lucky. The boy's family wanted me expelled from the Institute, but Professor Durnick fought to have me stay. The tribunal agreed to allow it, but he was to watch over me and make sure I never used my magic again. He agreed to do so, but in secret trained me to control my powers. It was mildly successful, but I still lose control from time to time. Years passed, and one day I overheard the tale of a woman who was kidnapped and taken to a cave. I felt this was my time to finally become the hero I always read about. Little did I know I would get lost inside cave. But I would meet my found family. We've had so many adventures since, and things have been great. Well, that is until half of them disappeared. Pulled through time, and I was unable to stop the magic, and it broke me. And that's when I came to take the lead. Nice to meet you, finally. I'm Hades, Apollo's other half. See, Apollo is very innocent and has a hard time dealing with extreme stress. During a few majorly stressful moments in his life, I have taken over to get him through those situations. That first came to be during the whole business with the bully and the fireball. At least that was the earliest memory. I lived deep in his consciousness, seeing and hearing all until I'm needed. His friends being split and sent into the future 10 years was just the needed push for me to take the reins again. The only problem is, for the next 10 years, I stayed in control and couldn't talk to him. So for the last 10 years, I've been running around having a grand adventure with Dahlia and Gaiju, who become like siblings to me. Stories we could tell. I could write a book. Anyways, I eventually reconnected with our friends and have been traveling since. Oh, and Apollo has started talking again, taking control for short periods of time. Perhaps he'll take back over soon, and I'll go back to the dark corner of his brain that I usually stay. Which is good, right?
Did anyone order a cleric with a side of sass? If so, I'm Dahlia Ablon. Wow, how do I keep this short and sweet? I grew up in the poor sector of New Averant and took care of Papa after my mother died when I was 6. Papa was not well after she passed, so I bounced around waitressing and spent any of my free time at the Temple of Cocobio since he helped me feel close to my mama. But it was hard making ends meet as a barmaid, so after some encouragement from my best friend Silic, I enlisted as a cleric in the Order of the Fallen Star. Next thing I know, I'm across the realm with a team of strangers that have quickly become my family. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Ready for things to take a sharp left? Okay, let's see. Turns out Cocobio, the goddess of moon and stars, is not the most virtuous angel that we thought, and well, neither is New Averant. After defecting from the church and the government, I learned that Gladlin, the god of fate, is only a slightly less destructive hot mess. And now we're on god number 3, Halasna, goddess of sun and life. As Horai now travels the world as adventurers for hire. So far, so good there. I would totally hate if something bad were to happen to her. Oh wait, there's more. How could I forget? Turns out my mother descends from a long line of devil royalty, and not just any royalty, the Deimos clan, aka the Lord of the Shadowfell. My lineage gives me this devil form I can transform into, a natural foresight gift, or curse if you ask me, and a boatload full of family drama. I discovered I have a half-brother named Silic. Yeah, that's Silic. My mother at some point has been resurrected from the dead, and oh yeah, Deimos wants to use me as a conduit for his armies to infiltrate and conquer the Averant realm. Almost forgot to mention that part, it kinda haunts my dreams a lot. But it's not all doom and gloom in my world, promise. No, really, I have wonderful friends, hilarious and fun adventures, and I may have just met the love of my life amidst it all. Ejodakash is the only person I've ever met to stand right in the face of danger and swing his sword without a second thought. With as much fire and brimstone looming over our heads, I couldn't imagine living in a world without him and our friends by my side, and keeping me sane. So whatever New Averant, the gods, Deimos, or fate seem to have planned for
Ren comes
Yeah,
back with
you
daggers
can.
just sticking out of everywhere.
For some reason, Ren is disappeared.
Ah!
They're so sneaky.
In character.
Yeah.
On brand.
I don't know. I don't know why it's not showing up right. Hang on one second. There we go. Okay.
Technical difficulties as always.
All right. Welcome back to the Nerdy Playbook. I just want to make sure everything's working right per usual. I don't like to have a rant and then find out it's been quiet this whole time. Before we begin, does anybody have any announcements? Cool.
Come to the Bristol Renaissance Fair.
Yeah. Come.
I work here.
Yes. Go see Angel over at Bristol Renaissance Fair if you're over in the area. It's actually a lot of fun.
Now with us until closing weekend.
Yep.
Yay!
Who knows? The rest of us might go back there one day during this year. Who knows?
Hopefully it's not raining.
Yeah, right.
Supposed to be lovely this weekend. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, everyone. It's actually supposed to be very lovely and cool.
Cool.
Plus, is it RenCon this weekend?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe so.
it's RenCon this weekend.
The unofficial Critical Role meetup is on Sunday.
Mhm.
I am really hoping to have all of my sequins done so that I can go.
I do not want to bring facts to
No,
to
no,
the
I mean,
that.
I'm not cosplaying at the fair. That's for show, but I would still hang out with critters. I don't know if we're going yet, but it's a good time.
Who knows? Maybe I
But
could just whip up
if you go,
jumpsuit
you'll be
chutney.
certain to see Angel. So
Fair enough.
You will.
I could just whip out
Doing
some
the
jumpsuit chutney. I could do that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. There you go. Velour track.
Sounds like
too.
Jumpsuit Mafia or something.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna turn you on. Last time we were together, the team themselves somewhat split up in the town, with Soma finding his way down into the library, Ren eventually stalking and trying to figure out what he's up to. And then arguments ensuing between the rest of the team around the bonfire. Drama occurs. Some of the team separates eventually. Zephania is invited by someone to go check out what he was looking at to try to rectify any problems with the relationship. Ren follows again, and she finds out. I'm assuming you find out that there's no sus things going on at the moment, so you show yourself. You're able to find out that there is basically hidden cameras all over the place watching from somewhere on the library. During this moment, Dolly returns back to the ship, creating a mess of things, and eventually finding out that her reflection isn't doing what she wants it to do until eventually shit occurs. That's where we left off. So, we are going to go to people we haven't talked to too much lately. We're going to go to Hades and Dira. What are you two up to?
I was just gonna go back and keep watch over Aiden.
Okay.
Yeah, Hades was on the roof, I think, when Dahlia left. And I think after a while, he'll probably come down and then just go into the house and just kind of bunk down for the night with Deer and them.
Okay. All right. So you two are staying in for the night, or at least eventually staying in for the night. The team down over in the library. Now Ren noticing all these hidden magical devices that are watching. That's the last thing we brought up while you guys are down there. What do you want to do with that info?
Yeah, I had identified them, and that's how I determined. But I was doing it with a really high sleight of hand, so nobody knew I was doing
Right.
it. Ooh, and I established that there were multiples of them in the room, like one in every corner, basically.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna send a message to Zephania. I'm just gonna walk. I keep reading my book, and I'm gonna shoot her a message. I go to turn the page, and I'll do the somatic component and cast message instead, and just say, Don't freak out. Don't change anything that you are doing. But we are being watched from all corners.
She not so subtly books her head up and kind of looks around and then
You
panics
can,
and looks back down
you
at the
can
books.
respond. You know you can respond to me.
Oh, do you know who it is? I think I accidentally looked at one of the cameras.
Well, that would be impressive, and this is me sending a message back, considering you don't know where they are.
Hopefully they just thought I found a bug. I'm gonna
I don't
brush
know
off.
who it is. But I can find out. And then I send a message to Soma, and I go, I've already told Finny this. Do not change anything that you are doing. Do not look alarmed. Are you aware that we're being watched from all sides, magically, right now?
Not even given any faint physical expression, you just hear back. I didn't realize it. No.
I send again. Do you have any idea who that might be? Considering you seem very familiar with this room.
I mean, I could have ideas, but that would be just that. Ideas and theories.
Ideas and theories that include Tafton or any other members of Avrant?
Pretty much.
And they've been aware that you've been in this room for hours now, talking to yourself quite loudly.
He just looks up, and it just kind of occurs to him. Fair enough. He just closes the book. He's like, we should probably go. He starts walking, kind of coaxing Sophia to follow.
Can I grab the book that I was reading about this parasite and bring it with?
Sure, yeah. The book isn't too large. It's the size of, just almost like a smaller kind of size almanac. So it's not heavy, it's just a little bit bigger.
Did he take a book with him when he was leaving?
Nope, he just closed the one that he was reading, put it back on the shelf, and he started walking off.
Now remind me, when I snuck back in and started, watching them for a bit, was he collecting a pile of books or doing anything with certain books?
No, I mean, you originally noticed before you brought Sophia down there that he was specifically finding certain things about two different points. One is about the, just simply what you were able to discover is just no major title, but just something that's referred to as the Black Orb. And then he was researching something about his past, but that was pretty much it.
Do I see the book about the Black Orb?
I mean, there's
somewhere in,
several of them. They're kind of designed by the actual binding to actually look like they're part of a whole volume collection. So they kind of when they're put in correct order of volumes, they kind of have a wave to them kind of a thing. So you can kind of see them.
I'm going to grab that book.
The last one he had, or are you going to try to grab them all?
I'm gonna grab that one. The book. So there's an anthology of books,
Yeah.
but there was one.
I mean, there was one.
What's the title? What's the title of the one he was just reading? Or what is it about?
There's no specific title. It's just the journal volume. It's just because it's just research notes and stuff like that.
He's going through the series of research notes on the orb.
Pretty much, yeah. It's not like an actual novel. It is actually specific notes that you assume were originally the first few ones that he went through were specifically which were written by Aveska. The next ones were written by Renard, and the last one he was reading was actually written by the last two notes were written by I'm blanking on my characters' names. Lizard.
I want the first one in the series and the last one. The first one about the orb and the most recent one.
Okay, so you have I and you got X.
110. And then, as I like move to follow them out of the room, did you mention that there was a section about like the initial construction of all of Tafton's like different bodies?
I did not mention that. No, not saying so.
Okay,
Down there,
I
but I
thought
never
there was-
mentioned it.
Okay. I want to look for something relating to him on the way out. I'm not going to hurry because I don't want to seem like I am hurrying.
Okay.
I just want to seem like I'm still looking around. So if someone's watching me, I'm not just like leaving the room
Okay.
suddenly.
All right. Investigation check.
$21.
Unless you want to stop and specifically look, the only things that really grab your attention while you're trying to walk out, even if you're going slower, is a specific, like, 2 books next to each other that specifically have makings of automatons. Whether that's specifically referring to Renard or something that Renard wrote himself to create, like, his soldiers.
When they're on their, like, as I'll grab that volume on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
But I will shoot a message at Soma and say, it's very possible that this is your last foray into this room. If it were, I would take things that were important to me on my way out.
Simple response of, I got what I needed. I don't need physical material.
Good.
Symphony, are you sticking with Soma?
Yeah. And nonchalantly look and see if I can see any cameras myself without being too obvious.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
see
what do
anything.
they look like when I notice them?
To you, they look like almost like dancing lights in corners of walls.
Okay, so they are fully like, and they are not a physical thing. They're just like a scry orb or something.
Kind of,
like
yeah.
that.
It's almost like they have an invisibility spell on them, and they're just a simple orb that's just floating there in the corner. So much so that it's almost touching 4 different pieces, but it's just floating there within a centimeter of the wall.
Yeah, it probably reminds me of like Arcane Eye or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to tuck those books in my bag before I catch up with them.
Okay, you got them.
And then I will follow them out.
Okay. All right, so you all start heading out and back into the tavern. We're gonna go to Dahlia. So,
Hello.
things happen in the mirror. What would you like to do now?
Ignore that. Sorry.
We're gonna go to sleep. We'll probably go to sleep on the ship.
Are you gonna stay in the captain's quarters, or are you gonna go somewhere else?
Well, Deer's room is still Deer's room. Room is technically empty, aside from a handful of boxes. I'll crash in it one more night.
In the captain's quarters? Okay.
Yeah, for fun.
Okay, cool. All right. So with I can just see everybody's face right now. Soma, Svinia, Ren, as you guys start heading out, Soma's just gonna start leading everyone back over to. Well, he actually wouldn't know where you guys actually got the Airbnb of sorts, so he's just gonna walk out and assume that you guys want to go back to the ship. So he's gonna start walking towards the ship.
I'm gonna pull his hand this way. We got different lodging tonight.
Oh. All right, cool. Yeah, I didn't really want to head back to the ship anyway. He starts following you. Shit's dramatic over there. Do the three of you, so Ren, also, do you head back over to the ye old Airbnb?
No, I'm gonna stay here because I'm gonna watch for any changes. In fact, like, I left Spider down in there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna sit in the tavern. And I'm gonna blink back into the bug and see if anything changed when we left.
Okay, no change differences yet. Where is the bug placed in the room? Give me a specific location.
Still on the books where it was before, like on one of the bookshelves in the lower level by where Soma was.
Okay. Yep, nothing yet. Nothing happening. Still books scattered on the floor. Lights are still lit. They have not turned off yet.
Okay. I'll stay there for a while and keep checking just to see if anything changes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna work on reading I'm gonna skim through tome 1 of the orb books because my goal is to like if I were looking at someone's research, like I'm sure there's tons of information in the middle of all the attempts or fails, everything they did, but like the first tome is going to be like the initial theories and or construction, and the most recent tome will be the most up-to-date information.
Fair
so
enough.
that's why Ren took those two things.
All right, give me an intelligence check just to try to go through hodgepodge of notes to see if you can make heads or tails and how quickly you can do it.
You got it. 17.
Okay. I will get back to you in a second. So as Soma and Zephinia, you head over to Yield Airbnb. I'm assuming...
And I will say, just so you know, DM, I'm not pouring my full-on attention into this, so take that into account with your DC, because I want to try and stay aware of, like, if anything shifts, because I'm trying to see, like, we're being watched, so does something change anywhere? Does someone here start acting different? I'll check in with Spider repeatedly.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to be casual and observe. So this is like my cover, so I am reading, but I'm not like intensely researching.
How often do you want to check
right?
with Spider? How often?
Every like 7 to 10 minutes.
Got it.
I'll just blink in and blink back.
Okay. So Soma and Zephinia head in. I'm assuming, Dira, you're still awake, taking care of Aiden.
Yeah, until I drop off eventually, I'm sure.
Okay. As it is getting late, whether or not you choose to fight or not, everybody starts getting tired. You guys have been up for some time. Anything that the group, at least in the Airbnb, want to do before you either choose to crash or just fall asleep due to exhaustion?
I'm gonna see if Hades is still awake, because he's the bookworm that I know.
Better the bookworm you know than the one you don't.
Yeah, I think he's always technically awake, but yeah.
I'm gonna go up and just kind of knock on your door.
What
Hades,
is sleep?
Yeah, he, you hear him just kind of shuffle to the door and cracks it, and he's like, yeah, what can I do for you?
I'm gonna hold up the book about the parasite. So I have some more information. Remember that parasite that we had come across that we thought we killed?
Yes, the one inside of...
Back in the Shadowfell?
Yes, that was in Dahlia's mom, and then it was somewhere else, I don't remember.
Well, this lovely book here tells of a purple tiefling, and that the parasite might still be in her, and I kind of panicked and thought it was Dahlia, and I'm coming to see if maybe you can kind of see. You get anything from the book? Because I want to talk to her right now.
Is it a new book? Is it an old book?
It's...
Her
Here?
mother, I believe, was purple-colored.
I don't know what the book...
He'll take it. He's going to, like, open it and kind of flip through it and see if he can ascertain how old the book is.
Okay, you can give me a history check on the book.
Pretty good. 21.
You assume, even though it's really well taken care of, the book is at least 40, I'm going to say at least 20 to 40 years in age.
So flipping through it, I'm just going to kind of, well, I mean, looking at it condition-wise and whatnot, it is in good condition, but this book is probably 20 to 30 years old, and I would assume that it's not talking about Dahlia. It probably would be talking about her mother.
Okay, that's good. I panicked a little bit when I saw it, because she was the first purple tiefling that came to mind, and, you know, as much as I'm angry at her right now, I really don't want this parasite to take her over.
I understand that. And see, if I can, like, I did not bring up the things earlier to make anybody angry or frustrated or whatever. I hope you realize that Dahlia did not do any of this purposefully. She was grasping at straws to try to save her father-in-law, somebody that was very important to Gaiju. And Deimos being Deimos did his usual bullshit and took advantage of the situation. I highly doubt her intentions were ever to harm you or Soma. Regrettably, I think it was just a casualty of the situation. And it might not be Soma. We don't know.
Pretty good idea. And I don't blame her entirely, but she also kept that from us and from me. And that's kind of important because his whole life could have changed, and how was I supposed to know? She kept that.
She did, but not from a place of malice. It was she's cares about you, and honestly, the revelation that it may be Soma is something that only recently came to light. It was honestly, I think I was the one that came to the connection. We just have to keep an eye on him.
Oh, I am. Thank you for looking into this.
Yeah. Just give me a promise, don't stay mad at it for long.
No promises, but I'll try.
That's all I can ask. And I'll kind of hand the book back.
Do you want to keep it and just study it some more? You're more knowledgeable than I am. I know you probably picked some stuff out that I couldn't.
I'll take a look at it and see what I can find.
Thanks, Hades. Good night.
Yeah, good night.
I'll head back up to ye old Airbnb room.
Fair enough. Anything anybody else wants to do in that area? Okay. So the only one left being Ren before he hit a long rest. Checking back with Spider. 7 minutes go by, no change. 14 minutes go by, no change. While you're occasionally looking at the notes, nothing really stands out to you other than just hypotheticals about an item that was originally made after the Blades of Bahamut. You just occasionally just see some theoreticals, hypotheticals. Is it a thing? Is it a weapon? Is it a person?
That's in the first book?
Yeah, it's in the first book. About 21 minutes. So you look on your third shot.
Mm-hmm.
Spiders start to notice shadowy creatures.
You can still call it bird. I feel like it's true.
Sure.
Soul is a bird.
Always behind the creature, shadowy movements are going around. Unable to tell if they're actual shadow creatures or something's walking consistently behind the spider that's casting a shadow. But it's several.
Even if it turns around, it sees nothing.
It sees nothing. They're moving very, very fast.
Any sounds?
No sounds. Occasionally, if you keep looking through Spider, you start to notice after like a couple spins with Spider trying to track everything around. Eventually, after like 3 spins, the shadows are gone and all the books are put back. Eventually, after another,
it's like a magic
and then,
magic librarians.
kinda, yeah, and then the lights turn off.
Ooh.
Nothing else.
Cool. All right.
All right.
I think I'm gonna go back to the ship, I think.
Okay. All right. So you eventually make your way to the ship. Anything you want to do on the ship before you go to sleep?
Before I leave, I tell Bird to stay in there and update me if something happens, to leave there and come find me.
Okay.
And where I'll be, which is the boat. I don't have anything specifically that I want to do.
Okay.
I'll just board the boat, and like as I walk to the little hamlet where the boat is, I'm just gonna keep my eyes peeled because I smell something. Like, Ren doesn't know what's wrong, but there's something wrong. They have a feeling, like, they have a creeping dread feeling, and they can't get over it. And so they're being really, really alert. Just trying to, like, look around, feeling like someone's watching or something's coming. They can't really put their finger on it, but they're feeling real paranoid right now.
Okay. Okay. Half an hour goes by, an hour goes by, nothing happens right away, if at all.
Okay. I think they would push sleep to the very last, like, minute. When really early watch of other people start to come around, like that pre-dawn watch
Okay.
on the ship, that's when Ren would probably go to sleep. And I think they would probably sleep in a place that is the closest to the deck. So they're not going to go all the way down to their room, but, like, is the mess closer to deck than the quarters are?
Where is the ship on here?
Or they might even end up just, like, slumping in the hallway, like where the quarters are. They really want to stay as alert as they can, so I think they end up sleeping in a watch place.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. While you're staying, staying awake, the rest of you will get your long rest. Nothing happens, so y'all can hit your long rest button. Before you all wake up, Ren, right before dawn, with only a little bit of darkness left, eventually several high-pitched screams come within town.
Like humanoid screams?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't go to sleep.
Okay.
I lurch up and misty step in the dim toward town, and then I start sneaking.
Okay.
I'll just stay. I can pretty much be invisible in the dark, so I'll just, like, weave through, like, shacks and buildings and try to move toward whatever that sound was.
Okay.
I want to get close enough to the inn. If I get to the inn before, or if I get to the pub before I get to wherever the sound is, I'm going to check in with Spider because I have to be pretty close to do it.
Okay. I would say before you even get there, you can actually see what happened. So it depends on if you want to dodge it or if you want to go towards the spider. But you do see a total of 5 bodies slaughtered in the main street. It's not loud enough that would awaken the group up, as the walls are pretty thick to the area you're sleeping in. But if you were having rough sleep, it might wake you up. Seems like a lot of town woke up for this, that, or at least do a lot of jobs in the area that might have already been waking up, as they're already investigating of what's going on. You can immediately see that whoever came in here focused on murder before anything else, as these several bodies have been slaughtered with most malicious intent. Body parts ripped off, but you hear someone constantly complaining that there's a person missing.
I'm gonna walk up to them knowing that, like, people here know that I'm part of this crew. I'll walk up and just say,
I don't think they know
what
you.
happened? Oh, well, I mean, yeah, because I've been with the rest of the crew, not like the first day, but the second day when we all got together, or not, like, before we went out to the, well, maybe not.
No, I don't think so.
Kind of went straight to Alesha's room.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
anytime
well,
that they
it's
kind
true.
of show themselves to the public, you were not with, unless it was just saying, I was with them on the street, kind of like that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just gonna observe from nearby. Like,
Okay.
I will get close. I will, like, apparate the spider, because I can basically, like, summon it from... I can dismiss it to a pocket plane, and then resummon it. So I'm gonna do that, and as it lands on me, I want to catch if it should be able to telepathically communicate with me if it saw anything throughout the last, like, however long it's been.
Nothing, it saw nothing for this or anything else that was of any consequence.
I'm gonna tell it to go get closer to the people so I can hear what they're saying.
Okay. As it gets closer, it's a lot of people being distraught, but two people are speaking. It looks like they're two tieflings. One is a very, very dark, ashy skin, and one has a singular busted horn. The other one is of pale, almost kind of like a faded crimson skin, and has like more like ram horns on. And they're currently discussing as if like maybe they're investigators of the town. Fuck again. How many is it now? Oh, we were going on 3 weeks. We thought that they weren't going to come back. Think it has anything to do with our new members of the town? I hope not. I mean, I think they were going to investigate.
Can you tell me, like, as the spider gets closer, what are the bodies that are on the ground? Do I recognize these two people or any of the bodies from, like, just being in the pub last night and stuff like that?
I mean, they could have been in there, but no one that would have really stood out. I mean, I didn't even bother giving them races because it would have been no one really
People
would have
that,
recognized.
not anyone that we noticed.
Mhm.
Okay.
No.
And are they all adults or?
Yeah, I mean, there's very few kids in this town, and these are all adults. Maybe the youngest person looks 20, but they're also an elf. So.
And what does the cause of death look like? Is it a, like, animal attack?
It's a
weapon
mixture
attack?
of two things. It looks like certain body parts have been crushed. The other one looks like a very crude way of lopping off body parts. It doesn't look as precise as maybe a sword or an axe, but maybe something still sharp but broad that would have lopped pieces of body parts off. I think the only thing that you would notice that also some people are bringing up, especially two tieflings, is that every time there's a marking, there's two signs of what they consider familiar. One is black ash, and the other one is a little bit of burn. Almost like someone was cleaving with maybe a little bit of fire, but also left off some kind of what they consider familiar black ash. That has nothing to do
And
with the fire.
from the sound of their communication, it sounds like this isn't the first death. This,
No,
like,
last time
series
it
of
happened
deaths
3
they've
weeks ago.
seen,
Mm-hmm.
which was way before we got here.
Mm-hmm. You guys have only been there for 3 days now, I think.
Okay,
We've
I'm
caused
gonna.
this much chaos.
I am going to go, just sort of blend in and walk toward the group. Actually, I'm gonna investigate the area. Like, I don't not belong here. It's like, I showed up with Silic when I got here, so at least one person saw me, so I'm not worried about being a stranger.
Okay.
So I'm going to I'm gonna walk up to them and just say, like, I was on our ship and I heard screams. What on earth has happened here? And I point back at the ship. That way.
You're with the rest of the group that just came here a few days ago.
Right. With Silik and them. They're my crew. The Hariath crew.
Don't go anywhere. As immediately one of them starts walking off somewhere. We're gonna go back to the other group.
Can I roll a stealth check for Spider and see if he can like cling onto his pants as he like goes to walk away?
Sure.
Yes. Alright, let me check his stealth. I think he has high stealth. But I gotta search for him because he doesn't come up in D&D Beyond for some reason. Yep, he's stealth. Pretty good stealthy. He got an 18.
Smack right on the leg. Whoosh. The fuck? She just wipes it off. Spider's dead.
Oh, he killed the spider?
Yep.
He's my enemy now. He has to die.
Okay, back to the group. You all start waking up from your long rest. We'll start off with actually Dahlia first, as Dahlia hasn't had much so far in this session. So you wake up from your rest. Whether or not you consider it a good rest or not is completely up to you. But you wake up to the morning. As you're on the ship, you have no idea what's happening in town.
It was a great rest. Best rest that I've had in weeks. I will make myself some breakfast. And then I will head on the boat. I'll row myself or ask someone to row me. I'll row to the town, and then I will go bother the air D&D.
Okay. All right.
I will have a little pancake in my hand as I'm eating it and knock on the door.
Okay. I'll say it because you're taking a little bit of time with yours. We'll go over to the group as you're walking there. So back in the air D&D, you all start waking up. Currently right now, Aiden's still kind of, he's breathing, but he's just kind of out of it consistently. He's kind of in and out, back and forth. But it looks like his wounds are progressively getting percentages better.
Okay, well, I'm gonna... Actually, I am going to start my day with Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
Kind of punch that up a little bit. And that is going to be... That's a minute, so that is like 10 rounds at... And I'll just leave it on him. 2d6 per... So basically 10 times 9, 90. 90 hit points.
Oh, wow. All right.
Because I'm just keeping it. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I'm confusing my spells. It's just one in an area. Bonus action. Yeah, it's up to a minute. So yeah, each round.
Okay.
So yeah, 90.
Okay, sounds good.
Because I'm not doing anything else. Usually you use that in combat, and I am not.
Anyone else in the Air D&D wants to do specifically?
Yeah, I have a question before you get to that. Just to clarify on exhaustion rolls, because I don't think I'll have exhaustion for another few hours, because You said it's early in the morning before people start waking up.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to wait like within, if I haven't completed another long rest within 24 hours, so I probably have like 4 or 5 hours before I start suffering from exhaustion.
I thought it was every 24 hours.
You have to come. Well, we didn't wake up at 4 in the morning to go to the place, is what I'm saying. So from when I woke up last time, assuming I woke up at an average time with the crew, which was probably 8 or 9 in the morning,
Mhm.
and you said it's barely the crack of dawn right now, so it's probably like 4 in the morning right now.
It was the crack of dawn when the murder happened.
Oh, okay. So the screams happened.
Yeah.
Like what? I'm just trying to figure out how long I have until I start suffering from exhaustion. Is my point.
Probably an hour.
Because I wanted to go to sleep at some point to get a long rest. So I was just gonna wait until like close to dawn.
Probably an hour then.
Okay, so I'd been sleeping for a few hours by that point then.
Oh, okay. I'm confused. So wait. So you are gonna now sleep, or you're going to plan to sleep?
No, so my point was to just stay up as late as I could until like near dawn, when whoever has the dawn shift on the boat.
Right.
So if that's when the murders happened, but they're not discovering them for several hours until after the murders happened, then what time is it now? Like 8 or 9 o'clock?
Yeah, roughly.
Around there?
Yeah.
So I at least slept for a few hours, so I got a short rest, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. All right. So,
Okay.
anything back in the house that anybody wants to do specifically?
I'm gonna make soup for Dira's brother
Okay.
because it's probably him to maybe eat.
Okay.
Is he showing any signs of waking up yet?
He's in and out. Like you can see that he's kind of awake right now. Like one eye is still really, really swollen, so it can't open, but the other one's occasionally like opening up and just kind of like still taking the world, but then he just kind of just chooses to go back to sleep after a little bit.
All right, we'll just kind of, if it seems like he's aware at all, just kind of, make comforting noises. We got you. It's all right. You just rest. We can
Okay.
find out what happened when you're better.
I'll place a bowl of soup next to Dira. Make sure you're eating too, okay?
Oh, of course. I am gonna eat and just kind of watch for him to be awake and see if I can try and get him to take something.
If he knows that the food's there, he will just kind of like open up one eye and he'll try to like slide his body up a little bit to try to eat, as he can still
Okay,
move
easy,
on his
easy. Okay, easy. There we go. All right.
And he'll try to eat as much as possible.
All right.
Um,
I'm just focused on that right now.
okay, at this point, you all start hearing a pounding on the door. You all in there? As you start hearing some male voice that you do not recognize.
I'm
They
gonna
beat me here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over the door and brace my foot against it, so if they try and barge and they can't, and just peek out. Who's asking?
As you do see the paler skin, crimson tiefling looking in. Are you the crew that came in a few days ago?
Yes.
We have some questions for you. If you'd prep yourself post haste and meet us out in the main area, we have some words with you.
What's this regarding?
He just kind of like backs up and points. He just shows directly where the murder scene is.
Are they close enough that, like, how far away are they from where we are right now?
40 feet.
Oh, hell. As soon as he walked away, I would have messaged whoever I thought was awake and be like, this many people had been murdered. I thought they were way farther away because they couldn't hear.
Okay.
Maybe just deep sleep.
Right. Oh.
Give us a few minutes. Let me go grab everybody. I'll close the door and then rally the troop.
Okay. You can just hear him just kind of leaning up
Figure
against
out.
the outside of the building.
They need
The guy that
everybody.
I'm standing here with, what's he doing? Is he watching me or is he investigating the thing?
He's just investigating the bodies. At this point,
Okay, well,
Dolly, you'd be coming up.
Is the guy just still chilling there?
The Crimson Tiefling?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just kind of like leaning up against, and he just kind of is just. He's not really like looking at much, he's just trying to make sure nobody runs for it.
I will be humming a little tune, and I'll have a little wooden basket in my hand, and I walk up by the door, and I'm just like, "Hi."
Hello? Can I help you?
Just coming to visit my friends. Do you meet them or?
Just like looks at you. Where'd you just come from?
That way? And I point back the way I came.
Stay right there. He pounds
But
on the door
I-
again as he yells at you. Y'all ready yet?
I said I'm
Hold on.
grabbing everybody. I'm gonna go.
Are we in trouble or are they in trouble?
Up and grab Hades and Soma, and so there's a tiefling out there. He wants to talk about a murder, but they want us out right now.
They need everybody?
According to him, and he's getting a little impatient.
All right.
Dearest, stay with your brother.
I'm going to stay. If we can... Yeah. They want to talk to me, they can come in here.
The rest of us can talk to him, but no, stay with your brother.
I'm trying to chat him up in the meantime. How's it going for me?
Give me a charisma check.
I'm just trying to get information. I had a great sleep. I made everyone breakfast, and I was really excited to give it to them and try to win back Sophinia. That was an actual 20. How'd I do?
He is very interested about telling you. He's less interested about finding out what you know. He now wants to explain his world to you. He is entranced by you, and every which way that counts.
What's his world in the last 8 hours of his murders happening?
Very stressful. He has. You don't know what it's like for me. You know, every few weeks I gotta deal with this, and we were hoping that this would be resolved, and realistically, it's none of your friends' faults, but I'm instructed to make sure I ask questions, and
Oh, I mean, of course it's not our fault if it's been happening for like 3 weeks, but you know, maybe we can help, or maybe we have information that we could trade. Like, have you seen anybody that could be suspicious that's definitely been here for 3 weeks or in
well,
the vicinity?
unfortunately, no. The only thing that's changed since then is your team's arrival. I assume you did nothing wrong, but the higher ups want me to talk to you, and they want me to figure out if it was you and your team.
I look down at my basket. No, we're just here for repairs. I just really thought I would bring them something from the ship. Do you like pancakes? Actually, I have a couple extra if you.
Oh, I
are
love
hungry.
pancakes. I love them.
Oh, perfect. I made them myself, and I hand him some.
Well, I tell you what, he grabs some, and he just like looks at you. You know what? My apologies. Tell you what, if we have any questions, we'll come find you and your friends. I'll go back over there and start figuring this out. As he starts like walking away, starts chewing on his pancakes. It's not them. It's not them.
It certainly is not. Okay.
With that, Z's gonna open the door. What do you want? And see Dahlia and just deadpan stare.
I brought pancakes that could go in your pocket.
I missed what you said. You're froze.
I brought pancakes that could go in your pocket.
She'll just motion to like come inside.
Food solves problems.
I walk in and I give her a wide berth because I know she's mad at me and I don't want her mad at me. So we will resolve this with time, patience, and love. So who's no one murdered anybody last night, right?
I'm gonna come walking in and just be like, "Where's Ren?"
Seriously, I'm still with the cops.
Eventually, Ren, you do hear the Coast Tiefling. Yeah, it's at them. They're fine. As the other Tiefling that was like looking at you, just like, are you sure? You only talked to one of them.
As I've been sitting here, I've resummoned Bird because I'm so bored, and is now Bird. So,
okay.
And then as they walk up, I'll be like, "Well, that was the fastest investigation I've ever seen."
Yeah, right? Like, I don't even think he talked to them. Are you sure? Yeah, they're fine. They're cool. Don't worry about it. Are you being swayed again?
Not to say that I was eavesdropping or anything, but I did overhear as I was walking up, minding my own business, that you said this has been happening for a few weeks. And that's sort of impossible for us to have anything to do with it, considering we've been here for 3 days. But as we are here to take care of some other unsightly issues, maybe we could offer our services to find out what happened.
No, that's all right. Someone find Alesha.
Honestly, we haven't seen her lately. We were looking for her to guide us, and she never showed up.
Guide you where? He like flips over like a notepad.
She was supposed to be guiding us in the woods. She knows her way around here.
So do a lot of us.
The woods.
So last time you saw her, she was in the woods, or I'm trying to get the story straight. What?
No, she was supposed to guide us around the areas we're looking for. You know, we have a long sail ahead of us, and we need a lot of food, and she likes money, so we were going to see if she could guide us to some places to find game or other things we might have, and she never showed up. But she seemed awfully drunk last night. Or the night before. She was absolutely 3 sheets in. She was hitting on my friend, sexually harassing her, and then she got really drunk, and then she went away, and I haven't seen her since. We even went to try to knock on her door last night, and the door was just open. I thought maybe she had a bender and fell asleep in the alley. She's not my child to keep track of, after all.
Deception check.
You got it.
I mean, only one sentence of that was not technically true.
Right. I was finding it in persuasion until you started, until it went to a little different direction. But yeah.
26.
Okay.
I am better at deception than persuasion, so I would rather lie.
The tiefling just like, all right, someone find Alesha. If you can't find her, go find the team. Maybe they know where she was supposed to go yesterday. She's the only one who can track these things.
Excuse me. What things?
Oh my god, what? The things, the creatures that come out at night. The things that do this. Are you writing a book?
If you have no, but I am a mercenary. If you have instances of creatures coming out at night, why aren't more people watching for creatures coming out at night?
Because we can't plan for them. We've been trying to have posts up for days and then they don't appear. So then we take a break and it's almost as... They're clever enough to know that we're not on guard, and then they decide to take it from there.
Can you describe these creatures to me?
It'd be fantastic if anyone's ever seen them.
Oh, they're invisible.
I don't think they're invisible. I just think that anybody who's ever seen them dies.
I turn from him, and I start investigating the scene. Do I see signs of plague?
Give me an investigation check.
Uh, 20. Nope, that's straight roll. Yep, that's a disadvantage roll. Hang on. Still good, 18.
No plague.
No plague. Okay. And you said this all started a few weeks ago? I say as I'm looking over at the bodies, just like as if I'm just investigating now.
He just like looks, he's like, what? Who the hell are you? Just let us do our thing. Go back to your friends. It's just, can someone close the scene down? What is going on here?
This is literally like 20 people, and he's asking for someone to come close the scene down. Ren goes, all right, don't say I didn't offer you help, and they just walk away, and they go, and Bird just flies after them. And as they fly up to me, I just go, like, in my head to them, just watch. And they go and land on a rooftop and just watch them suck. And Ren will walk to the
Okay.
air D&D.
Okay. So I'd assume shortly after Hades was like, where the hell is Ren? Ren, you'd be popping in.
I walk in the room right when you're
Speak
right.
of the murder hobo.
Would you like
Neither
some
of-
pancakes before we go to our next nest, right? And then
Fuck, I want to. All right, here's the deal. I haven't slept yet, and it's not intentional. I just had feelings that things were happening. So
You
I
sleep
took a
the least
nap.
out of all of us. What do you mean you haven't slept yet?
Well, I slept for a few hours, but then I heard screaming because there's several dead people outside.
Oh, we noticed.
And now they're looking for Alesha because she's apparently the only person who knows how to deal with these things. DM, in my 30 days of her memory, did she think about this at any point? Since I absorbed her?
No. There's some information about her leaving traps for these things.
Okay.
But without any kind of nothing bared fruit.
I have her journal, so I'm going to pull it out and start looking through it and see if I can find any notes about him.
Okay, give me a intelligence check to go through the journal, as she has terrible handwriting.
I see Ren pull out a journal. I'm just gonna look between them and then the group and is like, so while they're distracted, do we want to go get another nest?
19.
Okay.
I need to find somebody to look after Aiden. He ain't in no condition.
I can call Selic.
Oh, the
In
more
any
drunk one?
condition.
I was
Thinking-
He's about he's about to have a baby. He needs to learn how to be nurturing, and I think this would be a great start for him. It's not the same thing, but it's similar enough, and I start fishing
Plus-
out my second stone.
Okay.
I was
Garth's parents
thinking,
are on the ship, and Dahlia's parents are on the ship.
I was thinking maybe I could ask Miss Nillian. I'm also thinking I'm getting real nervous about leaving that sword under my bunk when there's workers that we don't know hanging around the ship. So I think I'm going to take it with me. Probably regret it, but I don't know what else to do with it. So I'd like to go back there just for real briefly. Maybe talk to Miss Nillian about taking care of Aiden.
Other blades can't be near you when you have it, right?
Not when I'm using it. Can that's what I understood.
Can you put it in the bag of holding? I guess that didn't work that well.
That
for one
didn't
of
work for
them.
the other one. No. I don't know. It's real. I can ask it. I didn't quite understand what it said before. I want to at least ask it.
You may want to talk to it before you bring it with. I'm not saying I don't want it to stay in your room, because I agree with you, but
I just don't know what
think
else
some
to
of our
do.
members also like living.
Yeah, I like them living too, but I don't know. I'll ask it. I was real confused what it said about it before, so anyway, I'll move as fast as I can. Can somebody keep an eye on him?
I'm going to walk with
Walk on.
Dira to the ship.
I shall keep an eye on him.
I appreciate that.
So two of you head to the ship.
I'm going to tell her about the freaking library on the way back. Hades does not seem that as alarmed by it as I think people should be alarmed by it. And I'm just going to tell Dira, I don't know what the hell happened while I was looking for Soma last night, but Zephinia just showed up, and then they went into a secret library that also was like his secret hole when he was a child, being a research science subject. And there's all kinds of books down there about all kinds of things that aren't good, and he's obsessed with finding something. Some orb. And it does not sound good. And I'll tell her about all of that and how I spied on him for a long time. And yeah.
Well, you had a busy night.
Yes, and again, I have not slept because I assumed that being watched, it was a potential that we were just now inviting aberrant to know where we were and therefore show up and attack us in the night. And yet somehow I missed the dead people in the square.
I don't understand any of this. I really don't. But that is... You are not wrong that that's concerning, to say the least. Ugh. How many
How'd you
things
talk?
have... So much for the quiet place to hide out.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask her how Dahlia was the night before and hopefully get the details, get caught up on what happened between everyone.
Okay.
I will do that, yeah. I'll fill in on that as well, that she seemed still kind of, she seemed to calm down, but not be, entirely forthcoming. And I don't know, I still think something's going on with her, but keep pushing, don't seem to don't help much, so. She's all raring to go at the nest again, but I can't say I blame her for that either, so I don't know what to think.
I look at her, like, as we stop to board the gangplank, and I'm just like, he's looking for something in there. And I don't know what's going to happen if he finds it.
Yeah, well... More folks' secrets. Must be Tuesday. I reckon he's got more than most. I guess we gotta keep a closer on him as well.
I'm not saying that he's evil. I'm just saying you
No,
don't
but
go
he's
through
got-
the things
He's got
that he went
secrets,
through.
exactly.
And who knows how influenced he's being. If you think Dahlia is being influenced by something, imagine how long he's been
That
subject.
spell he had the other day don't necessarily inspire. I wonder if that's because we were here.
I don't know.
He was freaking out. I don't know. Anyway, I reckon I should talk to Ms. Nillian first. See if we can
I'll
get
wait
her
right
maybe.
here.
All right.
I kick up by the game plank while she's gone, and the whole time I'm gonna warg into Bird and just listen to what those chuckle fucks are doing while Tira's gone. So you don't have to tell me right now what I collect, but just like I want that information, whatever it is.
Okay. And dear, who are you going to go find?
I am going to go find Nillian, Dramic's mom, or Kaju's mom.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
She is a cleric, and see if I can ask her to look after Aiden while we're gone.
Of course. Yeah.
I'd bring him here, but they're doing the work on the ship. I don't know, maybe it'd be quieter for you as well. You and the Mister might even enjoy the being in the rooms while we're not there. I've paid for 2 nights, so actually, how much was it a night again? 300?
I think so. Yeah.
So I'll take that. I'll say I paid 2 nights in advance.
Okay, so you're letting them stay over at the Air D&D?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's quite. Yeah. Getting a little bit. She looks back like, "Do you wanna? Yeah, get away from the noise. Absolutely. Yeah." As they immediately start like grabbing some things, and they start assuming they think you're gonna head back, and they start getting some stuff ready to go back with you.
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. I gotta get something in my quarters. I really appreciate it.
I mean, you're letting us use the place for a couple days, gives us a little free time, and honestly, we've been a bit. It'll be nice. It'd be nice just to have another body.
Yeah. All right. Once that's taken care of, I will go into my quarters and reach under my bunk and have a little talk with Ultimaeus.
Okay. As you hold on to the sword and you focus on it, you are sent back into the world that you found him in. As he is just standing there, just hanging out in the same world, just looking at you confused. Something I can help you out with?
I kind of look in there. You ever get bored in here?
I mean, it is kind of repetitive. It's the same day over and over again. But after a good 1,000 years, you learn to live with it.
I reckon. Anyway, I'm still trying to understand what happens if I carry the sword? I mean, if there's folks wielding other blades around me, is it if I use the sword? Is it if I just carry it with me? You said something about the other piece. I can't. Does it still go after try to absorb the other swords if it has the other don't have the other piece?
Give me a persuasion check to see if he can give you more information about it.
Alrighty.
He's kind of vague about the information until you actually attune to him, but if you persuade him, he'll give you some more.
And that is a 9.
Okay. He looks at you. Well, all I can tell you is that just have me on your person does nothing. When you choose to wield me, that's when the effect comes into place.
Alright. Well, that answers my question for now, I guess. Appreciate it.
Have you made your decision yet?
We got a lot going on. I guess if you can manage for 1,000 years, you can manage for a few more days. I appreciate the clarification. You have a good day now. I was about to say I wish I could bring you something more to read, but, I think you're doing just fine. And I let go.
As like you go, so it's like, I could use... Oh, damn it. She's gone.
That's what you get for being rude. Okay,
like,
with
oh
that...
my God,
with
someone
that,
should bring me something? Oh, fuck. Okay. All right.
With that bit of clarification, I will wrap it up and kind of find a way to, strap it on me somewhere to carry it with me. I'm not exactly sure how, but
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
Gotcha.
Gonna strap
Maybe
it on and wrap it up.
Under where my shield goes or something, but keep it wrapped up tightly.
Okay. I'd
And
say
then
you can
I
at
will
least
head
give
back.
me, based off what you've seen of Blades, you can give me a, let's see, what would it be? Probably intelligence check to try to understand maybe what he's referring to exactly with the few words he gave you and what you already know between
right.
Dahlia's blade and Silk's blade and Suma's blade.
Right. Well, that's going to be a 7. So,
Okay. Pretty blades. They do fun
Pretty
things.
yeah. I mean, I get the whole choose to wield it and attune to it thing, but that is not a thing to deal with today. So
Fair enough.
I just want it to be not where people are tempted to mess with it.
Fair enough. Okay, sounds good. All right, so you had...
And I will head back ashore with the Dromics.
Okay.
And introduce them to my semi-conscious brother.
Okay, cool. All right. All right. Everybody's... and I'm assuming, Ren, you went back?
Yeah, when Dira comes out, I'll snap back out. Just let me know if I saw anything interesting or not, or if I just saw the
Not
meme
really.
done.
Nothing interesting at this point.
Did I see anything interesting with my 19 in her journal as well about her experience with these mystery creatures
So
are?
she gives a few descriptions. Her artwork is better than her writing. Based on descriptions, whatever this thing is humanoid, whether it's more than one or multiple. And she describes it as always coming out of the main nest to hunt once in a while.
So it does come out of the plague nest.
Yeah, it comes out of the plague nest, but it does. She describes it as it's not one of the normal plague creatures.
Interesting. I feel even less bad about killing her now because she let that thing come out and hunt the people that she lived with, and she didn't open her fucking mouth one time. What a bitch!
Fair enough. Okay. All right. So you guys head back to the team.
I tell them what I found out.
Okay. Dahlia.
Can I rewind and ask how fucking awkward it is after Ren and Dira leave, and it's just me, Hades, Zephynia, and Soma, and after we all bitched at each other the night before.
I look at your pancakes, I look at you, I turn around and I grab a bowl of soup and start eating it.
Oh,
Is Soma even there? Or
Yeah,
is he
Soma's
just,
there.
like-
Soma's there. He's not going to say anything. He's just going to look at Zephynia being like, oh, you're just going to just, okay. Yeah, and then I'll say, and then he starts eating too.
So how did everybody sleep?
Like normal.
Well enough. And I'm kind of flipping through the Parasite book.
Okay. Which one are you going through?
The Parasite book that Z gave me.
Okay. Did I already have you make a check on it? No? Okay, so you can give me an intelligence check on the book. It's book reading today. Because reading books is fundamental.
Fun for mentals. That is a 15.
15. If you spend some decent time going through the book, you get some information that was already given to Zephynia and Soma about this thing's at least beginning lineage found in the base of Aberrus was originally just a regular parasite. Due to it being exhumed, it created very symbiotic traits. And it was given to a tiefling that, based off the description you were given, is Dahlia's mother. There's no information past that. It looks like while she had it, they made a deal with Deimos to get research results of how it affected her. That's all you notice right now.
Okay, that's fine. I got more time to read it later.
Okay.
So you're reading a book, you slept fine, and I assume Soma slept fine if you slept fine. Are we wanting to... I mean, I assume we want to. We're burning daylight. We want to hit these nests soon, right?
Still the plan.
It's probably not a bad idea. They said... Did they say anything about the murders out there? What happened?
There's just like 5 bodies there, and they look pretty gross, but it was like 3 weeks. It started like 3 weeks ago, and it's a reoccurring issue. And it's definitely not us. So maybe we can take care of these nests and then pick up a side job if we still have things or still need to kill time before we head off.
Do we believe that it is like mercenaries or something else that kill these people?
I didn't really get to look at the bodies, but from what that lovely gentleman outside was telling me, and from what I could see from the doorstep, not really mercenary work. Pretty, mutilated, massacred. Their limbs were just torn and they were utterly crushed, and it was kind of gory, and there was a little bit of burning marks as well. It looks like a crime of something very bloodthirsty, something very passionate about what it does.
Do we have reason to believe that maybe whatever the nest is creating is potentially getting out, or they are sending it out?
That wouldn't surprise me. Which is why we should probably go there. And I push a plate of pancakes towards him.
He'll like take one and just kind of slowly eat it and be like, it's probably for the best that we do take those out sooner than later.
Right, so I look at Zephynia and Soma. So we should probably eat and get our fill, get our energy, and then we can go and do what needs to be done.
I'm gonna sit back from my soup. Ready when you...
You have enough protein in that soup?
It's enough.
Soma, would you like some pancakes? I also brought bacon because I know that we need protein and all, and I think that that's pretty important for what we're gonna do today.
I had enough food. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm gonna take our bowls, get up, and start cleaning them off. And just walk right past Dahlia.
Look at Hades, be like, did she sleep on the wrong side of the bed, I guess?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say she probably is not very happy still. It has been not even a full day. If it is any consolation, I did talk to her a little bit and tried to remind her that things were not done with ill intention.
No, of course, that's, Deimos' way, so...
What is going on with you? Why are you so chipper this morning?
What do you mean? It's fine. I thought about what you guys said last night, and you guys were right, so I decided when I was going to go to sleep and wake up, I was going to turn over a new leaf and be cool.
Right.
You're happy. You're angry when she's bad. You're angry when she's happy. What do you want from her?
I'm not angry, I'm suspicious now.
I'm just trying to do it!
Where's that insight check? Where's that insight check, Ben?
Actually, I'm gonna do an insight. That's a fair point. He would be curious and like
Now.
he would be suspicious. That's a fair point. That is a 15.
Okay. I roll against it, right? That's how these things work.
You got to roll a persuasion or deception, whichever one you want.
I just sent you a message.
What
Oh,
was your total?
I had a 15. Got a good bonus, right? Roll for poop.
She really does seem like she's turned over a new leaf. She really does seem like she's trying to be more positive.
Positive, positive, positive. Positive.
Happiness, flowers.
Sunshine and rainbows.
Well, as soon
You want
as
some bacon?
I'm alright, thank you. As soon as Dira and Ren return, we can probably make out for the next nest.
I'd say.
Oh, I had a thought.
Okay.
What if we went to the big nest instead? I feel like there's just gonna be so much more there. We could probably get way more done.
Well, that is accurate, but I do believe that we learned that the last one had a sort of power source feeding the big one, so if we take out the other small one, perhaps there will be another power source that could handicap that large place too.
I guess.
I'd much rather take care of something when it is at half power than when it is at 3/4 power.
I mean, the first one was so easy. We breezed right through it. We might as well just go for the big one.
I would not like to press our luck, and it does appear we drew the attention of someone or something.
No, just kill them too.
I'd say at this point, the two of you return. Well, technically 4 of you, but yeah.
I walk in first, and I toss a little cloth. I chuck it toward. It's full of heavy stuff, but I chuck 3 +3 daggers at Dolly, and I'm like, I'll trade you for some bacon when you get it. 3 exceptionally amazing daggers.
Pretty good bacon.
I catch 2 of them with my hands and 1 with my tail. Deal, help yourself. Have as much as you want. Have the pancakes as well. Everyone needs to be ready for when we roll out.
I just
Oh,
start
it smells
eating.
good.
Let's
Thank you.
roll out.
I'm like, listen, even with no sleep, I'm very confident that I can do whatever we're about to do. I tell everyone about what I read in the book, how it came from the big nest, the creature did, or the small one. Which one was it? The one that's killing the townsfolk? Did she say it came out of the big nest? Or
It
the
came out
other
of the big
small one?
nest. Yeah, it came out of the big nest.
Like, so you know. It seems like she knew all along that it was killing people and she didn't care, so my ability to sleep soundly over our decisions only continues to improve. In the meantime, we can't let that thing come out and kill more people.
Like I was telling Hades, maybe we could just hit the big nest and get it over with if it's coming from there.
It didn't quit it.
Point though, we should hit up the smaller nest.
Are we gonna do them both in the same day? I'm not sure that I'm awake enough for that. But if the first one is anything like yesterday's, I think we're gonna face more resistance when we get there because we don't have a way in other than mine or Dahlia's methods, opposite as they may be, and we also don't have the benefit of surprise anymore, considering we were very identified by the end there.
While this discussion is going on, I am quickly introducing the Dromics to Aiden to the extent that I can, and then I'll pop back out at probably about that time.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Taking out the smaller nest, and then going after the bigger nest.
Or as Dahlia wishes to do, we take out the big one and then eventually take out the small one.
Yeah, that not even bugs went by.
What's that?
Was the big one the one that not even the bugs went by? Because
Correct.
something was
Yep.
creepy about it?
Natural wildlife avoids it.
I remind everyone about that fact.
Well, certainly.
I don't like it.
I don't think we're meant to like it.
Well, the evidence so far points to the possibility that there are no scientists at the third lab. Because if there were, why would they let a creature out to terrorize a nearby community once in a while? Either that, or it's so smart it gets out of captivity, but then why would it come back?
So, of course, you know, they want to feed it, make sure it's taken care of. Maybe they're teaching it how to hunt, or maybe they just want to keep the small town in check.
You remember how we started all this? I think Grim might be right.
About
I think
what?
things have gotten out of control there.
I just
smells a little bit too much like elf feed for my comfort.
I guess the question is, who's the gentleman that was trying to speak with us at the other small nest? I look at Soma.
That was...
Most likely, Blizzard. Based off the voice.
Do we have reason to believe that he is here?
I don't know. It's been some time since I've obviously known what they've been doing, but this was, or at least the bigger nest has always been their starting grounds. So as far as sentimental value, they'd always come back here to do some research.
Do they have methods of transportation between the nests in your experience? Teleportation or otherwise?
They tried it. Didn't work. The teleportation they made here wasn't very successful when they originally were trying to do it. They originally had a deal with another clan that's within Nelithir that they could pass through. They never really came from this side of the shores. So once they stocked up on all the supplies that they needed here, it was small carriages every few months, nothing large.
So the staff, it could be some time before anyone would even notice that something was awry, because there's been no one here.
Probably. I mean, you know, there's staff there right now. Communication outwards would be slim at best. I mean, obviously we don't want to be seen. They could still communicate out, but as far as regular in and out communication on schedule times, very little.
Do you know anything about their protocol for emergencies? Because obviously Lazara has identified that one of their units has been destroyed. So what do you know what they would do in a lockdown or an emergency scenario?
I have a pancake like half in my mouth, and I'm just like, can we just walk and talk at the same time? Like, we're going to a nest, right?
Someone just puts his sword over his shoulder. Yeah, let's go.
I think I would like to ask one thing before we go here. Soma, if you don't mind. Ren had mentioned some kind of library here last night. What is going on with this? Perhaps Ren, you would like to fill us in? Whichever.
Oh, well, it's the original facility that Lizard made before I was even born.
And how do you know?
And by the way, it's being constantly observed with arcane magic. I identified at least 4 sources within it while we were in there.
As far as answering your question, the reason why I know it's there is because I was born there.
So you know this area, that's where you were born, and you know of the nests and all that, correct?
Yeah.
So, correct me if I'm wrong here. Did you not tell us that this area was safe from Advent?
This town is safe from Aberrant. Obviously, the nests are still occupied by Aberrant. Basement has been abandoned for some time.
Apparently not.
Magic exists, you're a sorcerer, you understand this, I'm sure.
I'm well aware.
There was no sign of anybody else in there, besides what Ren saw.
What do you know of the nest? Have you been to these nests before?
I've been to some, but as far as the main nest that we are debating of which one to go to, I have not been there since I was 5.
Insight check on that.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
So that's a nat 20 plus 6, or 26.
He is being
Hell
honest.
yeah.
He is being honest through and through. He has not been there in a long time, and he only knows this location because he's one of the few Everett members. He's one of the few Everett members that actually knows about the place, not only just because he's been here, but he was born here. You assume most Everett soldiers that are here are given like a specific confidentiality that they're not supposed to tell anybody about this place.
Well, since you are the resident expert on these nests, what do you think is the best course of action? The small nest or the large nest first?
He's gonna look back at Sophia. Whatever she wants.
You know, Dahlia distrusts him, and I thought you were better than that. I'm gonna get up and take Soma's hand and start walking out. Let's just hit up the small nest. Let's go.
Okay, let's do it. He's just following.
Wait, did you say that to Hades?
Yes.
Okay. See you.
I see you.
So, Hades.
As I walk by Hades, I'm like, told you should have showed up. And then I just keep walking outside.
Ren, I would thank you to keep your opinions to your fucking self, and he will walk out the door.
Oh, we don't have to worry about gonna take ourselves out.
Dira just heaves a very big sigh, grabs one more piece of bacon, and trails the group out the door.
Okay,
Oh
so-
no, we're bringing the basket. We're not wasting any of this pocket pancake.
All right.
I am.
Well, I'm grabbing one
gonna-
out of the basket.
I want to fall to the back of the
Okay,
group,
yep.
and I want to ask Dahlia to fall to the back of the group with me because I just want to tell her. Thanks to our antics last night, they may trail our activities. So if you could help me keep an eye out for them, and or mislead them in the wrong direction, that would be helpful.
Which them? The security people? Police?
Yeah,
people?
they apparently relied on her to have knowledge about these creatures, so they're looking for her right now, and eventually they will not find her. And I've given them a useful story, but after your charm wears off, as effective as it may be, I just don't want us to be followed, that's all.
I wouldn't be worried. We're doing what we need to do, and by the time they may have questions, we could hopefully be long gone.
And speaking of yesterday, how are you feeling after your charged reaction to the first nest?
I feel great. Maybe I just needed some sleep and a little difference of perspective, but I think the next nest will be a lot of fun. And I just keep walking.
Okay. All right.
While I'm walking behind her, I am literally nearly out because this is me not sleeping, and I understand that it's gonna cost me, like, if my freaking character sheet would load. Here we go. I wanna cast Detect Magic on her.
What, Dahlia?
Yeah, as she walks away. Like, I'll mention, like, Psychic Whispers might be a good idea once we get closer, and then I can concentrate on it for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And so I'm happy to, I'm trying to insight her, but I'm trying to insight it magically. So
Okay.
that's why I'm going to incorporate Detect Magic into that.
Gotcha. And Dahlia, you can respond. Your magical weapons and stuff like that.
I have a lot of magical weapons.
I know you have a lot of magical weapons. Do I sense anything, any different auras or anything?
You don't detect anything different about her magic, no.
I would be able to tell a faint aura around any visible creature that bears magic, and I would learn its school of magic, if any. So if she had a charm on her or any other spell?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nope.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll just
Can't
continue
let
my
me be
little...
happy, damn it!
Yeah,
Like,
damn. God damn.
Listen, your man just died, and you literally just went on a murderous rampage yesterday. I think it's okay to be a little bit sus.
And then she went to sleep. She slept it off. She got good rest.
Yeah, maybe I took it to heart that you guys were like, you're being too crazy, calm down, and I was like,
You know what?
You're right.
Just
Good night's sleep cures everything in this game.
You know
Right.
it. You know it.
Literally does, even evil possession. Alright, I am gonna roll an insight check, which is at disadvantage. Which is a natural 20 was my second roll, so I'll go with my first one.
Damn.
That's gonna be a 23.
All right, Ren, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh shit! Okay. Natural 20 again, I am shitting you not. Thank you, Vex Dice. That's gonna put me at a 29.
Okay. You immediately feel like something's about to attack you as you get separated from the group, as like a darkness separates you from the group. Take no damage.
Continuously? Or only
No,
for
like
a
something
moment?
tries to attack you, you dodge it, and then as you look back, you are separated from the group. Don't know where they are, don't know where they went.
I try to cast message. Do I look like I'm in the same area, or am I in the dark?
You look like you're in the same area, but it definitely seems like it's night instead of day.
I cast message forward and
Okay.
see if it hits anyone.
Does
I'm
not.
gonna specifically. Okay, nobody hits nobody up there. I reach down into like the dark and try to pull Bird out. Can I apparate Bird?
Hang on a second. You can. As soon as it leaves about 5 feet, it disappears.
I'll just say I'm slowly turning, so I'm keeping like I'll have Bird on my shoulder facing the opposite direction, so we're both like looking, and I'm just spinning slowly in a circle.
Okay.
What are you and what do you want?
You just hear a voice. More of us. You are one of us.
There will be none of us when I'm done.
In the distance, you see 2 figures. One slender, looks like an average soldier, but it looks like it's burning in flames. This is about 100 feet away from you. The other one
I
looks
draw
like
my two ancient daggers that I just picked up from our dead friend.
okay. The other person you see looks like a tall, bulky-sized humanoid. Looks like it is radiating some kind of darkness on him.
I walk toward them slowly.
Okay. As you get closer, they disappear. You're back with the group again.
Are they right next to me?
Mm-hmm.
Ren, you look a little paler than usual. Are you alright?
Did they notice any? Did I do anything weird while I was there?
It's only
Is that
been
all in
half
my
a
brain?
second. It's all half a second.
Okay. Ren doesn't say anything.
Okay.
And I have nothing in my hands, I assume, when I, like...
Whatever you had in your hands when you were originally talking to Dahlia.
Nothing. Bacon.
Bacon. Bacon halfway to your mouth.
But, like...
All right.
I'm fine.
And you guys are going to a small one, right?
Yep.
By this point, you guys would be definitely at least the beginning part of the woods. I need everyone to give me a survival check or a nature check as you're moving through the woods. Even though you know where to go, something about the landscape has changed.
This is definitely going to be survival. Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
2 on the die for a 7.
15.
Okay.
Well,
Already 11.
That's a hot 6.
I got the best roll. Oh, boy.
Okay.
Well, you do know how to survive.
Based
I
on the way
do.
that you guys
And
were
it
moving
was
before,
Survival.
you guys can't even find the way to the nest you already went to before. You start to get lost. Even using tracking to remember where you left Alesha last, or...
Oh, I didn't leave her anywhere. She and my tum-tum.
Oh, that's right.
I forgot you ate her! Oh my god!
Way to go, Venom.
They're not gonna ever find her.
Oh!
Hey!
Oh!
I use Vinia too.
Okay, see...
I cast Fireball.
As you
what did
start...
I miss?
When in doubt, fireball.
As you start to assume you're following the right path, you start to notice that similar to the bodies that were left in town, you start to find similar gruesome bodies scattered throughout a pathway here. Almost like a very vicious bear kind of came through at, like, huge bear kind of came through and just killed everything in its path.
I'm gonna put on my necklace of true seeing.
Okay.
I'm going to unattune. I don't even know if it's attunement. Let me look. I'm not sure.
I am very definitely wearing my dopey look.
It does require an attunement. So I'm just going to tell everyone like what I'm doing and just say, like, are the bodies real when we go? I don't want to be right on them, but like I can send Bird over. Are they real or are they?
Yeah, they're real.
Okay, I'm just
They're
gonna
really
say,
dead.
how long dead? Like decaying or recent?
It looks like it's probably shortly after you guys were here last.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say, I'm going to attune to this necklace that allows me to see the truth, the one that I used in the tunnels before we went forward in time. It will take me an hour though, so either we need to stop and wait so I can try to discern the truth of the matter, or we risk moving in circles because I feel like we are all turned around.
Yeah, I thought I knew where we were, but this don't look right.
I say we just
fly
follow
up.
the bodies.
The bodies are going to take us where we didn't want to go. First.
Which is the big nut?
Right.
She's like, what
Zephynia
we?
and
Well, if
Hades.
the bodies are telling us where to go, I say we listen to them.
Don't know. Didn't end real well for them.
I can
Something
fly
is-
up and see if I can see an aerial view.
I will send Bird with you to go up there so that no one is alone at once. And I will just say, something is stalking us out here. I heard it speaking. I think it can talk to me because I am part of it. Infected. No one should be alone. Stay with someone else the entire time.
I'm gonna
Do not get
throw-
isolated.
I'm gonna throw the invisibility jacket on, and then here.
Okay. Give me an investigation check to see if you can know Spath.
I'm gonna unattune from my belt of infinite daggers, and I will attune to the true scene.
Okay.
13.
13. As far as you can tell, the only based off the distance that you said follow it in the air, it looks like maybe 200 feet. The path actually splits in two different directions. Your distance to the viewing is a little bit slim to none, so you can't really see how it separates, but it looks like it veers into two paths. One path leads to one nest, the other one leads into the bigger nest.
Can Bird also make a check?
It wouldn't see any more than that, though, unless the bird actually flies, like, literally right over the pathway.
Okay,
Can
it
you
will. It's staying
repeat?
with her.
Okay.
Can you repeat where it's lit? My Discord keeps cutting in and out
So,
really bad tonight.
about 100 feet and change further up, it splits. You don't know what actually splits, but one path leads to a smaller nest, the other one leads to a bigger nest. Due to how
And I
far
don't
you're
know
away.
which one is which.
Well, you don't know why it splits, and you don't know, like, if it's two people coming into one spot or something else. You would have to actually, like, get, like, right over it. You're kind of, like, up in the air and you're looking at it diagonal. You can see the path, but you don't, like, understand it, if that makes sense.
I'll fly back down and just let the group know. Well, if we keep going about 100 feet that way, there is a path that splits. I can't really see without getting closer. I mean, I could go, but like Ren said, maybe not by myself or until we get closer.
I'm gonna, while she's like telling everyone what she saw, I'm gonna send a message to Dira, and I'm just going to say,
Secrets.
the voice I heard, it wasn't just a voice. It isolated me momentarily, and it only happened when I tried to see if something was bothering Dahlia. I don't know if that's coincidence or not. Keep your eyes open. And I'll
Do my
just keep
best.
walking. We haven't seen that mark anywhere because I marked trees to find that trap.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen that anywhere out here or any signs of that hut that she kept out here, right?
No, because her hut's closer to the main nest, so
Okay.
you wouldn't see it unless you're going over there. Okay, do you guys
So
follow the path?
when Ren says that, I'm gonna kind of stick close to Dahlia in the I am keeping an eye on our six kind of way, but staying close to
Offer
her.
a pancake unbothered.
Thank you.
The
Do we
pancake
want
of
to-
innocence. I am doing nothing wrong.
I'm not. I make pancakes for everybody. I just want them to like me again. Fuck.
Do we want to wait until I have True Sight active before we move forward? It will take an hour.
I say we can get some distance covered while we wait.
I actually
At
do
risk.
agree with that.
I'm afraid I
risk
do
of getting-
too.
All right, at risk of getting turned around, let's proceed.
I'm gonna actually, as we walk, start using constantly know where we're at spell. No, I'm gonna use
It's real. I promise.
super duper real. I'm gonna use create bonfire
Okay.
to scorch some of the trees to like show the path that we're moving on. Like just like a little bit of it and then like put it out right away.
Okay, I was gonna say you're just gonna let you're just gonna let
No,
them
I'm not
burn.
just gonna keep lighting bonfires as we go, like a fiery path.
only
But
Hades
Full on
can start
wildfire
forest
here.
fires.
Solve all our problems.
that's right. No one can prevent them.
He's gonna put
Fair
scorch
to know
marks
your
on
location.
trees.
Yes, I'm gonna use the fire momentarily to scorch the tree, and then keep like kind of as a marker kind of thing.
0 days since Hades' last burning.
I haven't burnt anything down this entire game.
Burning the countryside.
Hey, you know what?
And in
Let
fact,
Zeke-
he was freezing a lot of stuff last
Fair
time. So
Hey, just let Z keep pissing me off. We're gonna burn this whole village down.
All right. So you guys start making marks with flame. You get up to the spot that Zephynia sees that splits. At first glance, it looks like one direction, which you assume leads to the smaller nest, is footprints, boots. The one leading over to the bigger nest is drag marks.
Are the boots a similar size as Soma's? I'm just curious.
Technically,
say
it's
property of
close.
Soma?
It is
Printed
close.
into the bottom.
It is close to size, yeah.
Are the drag marks the same size as Soma? Just
Soma, lay down. Let's see if this is as wide as you.
Soma, I think there's some like squirrel poop on your shoe. Hold on, let me look.
Are these drag marks big
Scroll
bitch
through.
size?
Get off me!
They're the same marks.
all right. So now that we're at the split, I'm gonna send Bird. I'm gonna just say, "Hold on a minute, let me scout," and then I'm gonna send Bird ahead down like the drag mark way 1st,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna put my arm on Hades for a second, and then watch and see what Bird sees.
Okay. Nothing. How far do you want Bird to go?
Keep going.
How far can Bird go?
120 feet, I think.
Okay. Finds nothing for the 120 feet.
Okay, then I'll do the same thing and have it dive through and come back up the other way.
Okay.
See if
Go.
I see anything.
Nothing in the 120 feet.
Okay. Nothing immediately in the vicinity either way.
Nope.
Did I see anything as far as structures down either of those paths, like off in the distance at all?
No, you're not close enough to either one of the nests quite yet.
And we infer that the small is to the boots and the drag is towards the big.
Yeah.
I start walking down the path with the boots.
Okay.
I'm still invisible. I'm going to keep an eye out from the air and just kind of hang up in the air.
Did we say boot path is towards the big nest?
No,
Small
boot path
nest.
is towards the small nest.
Oh,
But
fine,
did
I'll follow.
Zephynia tell us that? Yeah.
Yeah, she would have mentioned it to you guys.
Okay.
and I heard Psychic Whispers mentioned, but I don't know if what was it cast.
Nope, I totally forgot.
Okay. As you
If
guys
anyone wants to mention it.
I did. I mentioned it before I got disappeared into the creepy little invisible moment.
Yeah, so that was actually not that long ago.
No.
So you can say you would have done it then.
If we can retcon just a little bit, I'll say I put it up right when Zephynia was like going Superman to scope it out.
Sure.
So there we go.
Alright.
Unfortunately, Soma's in the group chat.
Selma's in the group chat, you guys. Watch what you say.
As you guys are walking, you get within eye shots of these smaller nests. You start to notice that it's pretty gruesome around here. There's actually bodies hanging upside down that have been drained of most of their blood.
I pass without a trace us all with Key as we move forward.
Can I poke one with the dagger just to see if it's really dead?
Okay. Poke with the dagger. Twitches a little bit, but doesn't respond.
Is it like fresh or?
It's still technically dropping blood. Take that what you will.
Anyone who has medicine skill determine how dead this thing is?
I'm going to take a look and see if I can figure out how dead they are and how they got dead.
Only partially dead, not mostly dead.
How they got mostly dead. Oh boy, yeah, I only rolled a 6, so I don't know how accurate my perception of that is. And
they're still
bring up my
gooey.
dice jail.
They're still
I
gooey.
made a dice jail this weekend and I didn't bring it up here.
They have not coagulated yet.
Lovely.
They're not undead by chance, are they?
I can find that out very easily. I'm going to use divine sense to know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
None of them.
Or anything.
You don't register anything.
Okay. Or anything affected by the Hallow spell, which I doubt anything around here.
Note to self. Got it. Okay. There's a total of 3 bodies hanging. They are crudely hung up. It looks like someone, I guess hanging is a little bit kind of a proper term. Someone nailed like one of their feet to like a branch. So not actually hanging by like rope.
Like, are you telling me they're bearing crucifixion marks to this tree?
Yep.
No, like
They're stigmatted to this tree.
only the foot is like, so like one foot that's not put in is just like dangling there while the other one is just like shut. Yeah.
This is the grossest thing you've ever done to me, Joe.
What are they pinned with?
It looks like some kind of like random rusty nail that was found around.
Okay. Not black goo. Got it.
Not black goo, no. Nope.
I'm gonna. Do they look like scientists or the soldiers or?
You can give me a perception check.
All right, that's not gonna end well.
I'll allow an insight check as well.
Can I
That's
help with that? Can I do an investigation?
I'd say either perception or insight because you're trying to find specific things about them.
All right. Well, my perception. Good God, dice! What the hell? That's a 2. I don't know shit.
Does a 29 insight give me anything juicy?
Very
The
juicy.
bodies are juicy.
I chose the poor choice of words.
That's on you, my dear.
Due to the fact that they barely have any clothes left on them, you're able to notice some pieces that have dropped off. You do see a couple ID tags. These very much match the same kind of alchemists that were in the previous nest as far as similar clothing. Not like it's the same people, but it's like similar clothing. The third one specifically looks like it's an aberrant soldier. And actually looks like he was actually, instead of a nail, looks like someone broke his blade and actually like shoved like his blade between his foot in the tree. As you see like the hilt and a piece of the metal broken over the place, as if someone actually just broke it with a hand.
I got a working class 20 to see if I can find like do they still have skin? Is that a thing? Okay, to see if I can find their skin and like clothing and remains anywhere in the vicinity.
Okay, add it to what was already found by Dahlia. As you can add it to what Dahlia found, you do not find anything anywhere. But based off of certain markings around the place, you assumed that, I'm gonna even get gross on you guys, whoever took it off actually ate it.
Oh.
Okay.
That's horrible. Okay. With a nice Chianti.
Just you see
are they still alive?
You don't know. We had a unfortunate medicine check.
We had a very bad medicine check. They're still gooey. That's the extent of what I figured out.
Oh no, someone left because I've been too gory.
No, they said everyone froze.
Can I burn a cure wounds and touch one of them? The one that looks most.
You touch away, girl. You touch away.
I'll put my fingers on them. That is 17 to your HP.
I apologize, guys. This is not where I wanted to go.
And yet here we are.
All right, so wait, okay.
They regain consciousness or anything?
So which one do you want to cure wounds? There's the 2 alchemists, and then there's the 1 soldier.
I feel like alchemists will be too soft. We could get information out of them faster. I'll pick one of the alchemists that's the most put together, not mangled-ish.
Okay. All right, and you do cure wounds? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not taking the by the way.
Oh, God. Just kill me. Oh.
I will, don't worry, but what happened here? What happened here?
The beast has got out.
What beast?
So start screaming out in pain. Give me a persuasion check. See if you can convince them to not be in so much pain, I guess. I don't know.
Just a flesh wound, bro. Calm down. Sorry, math is hard. I'm getting my calculator out for the one. It's not that crazy, but 34.
For persuasion?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Okay.
I don't get to use my persuasion nearly as much as I wish I could.
She let Luda out. He did all this.
Luna, he...
Luda. She let Luda out. Luda. Luda.
Okay, what does this Luda
Now I'm
look
seeing a
like?
State Farm commercial.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
He was the only one that survived. He wasn't supposed to be out.
This started about 3 weeks ago, perchance.
He just starts screaming again. In like straight pain.
Yeah.
Dude's skinned alive. Like, it's...
It's
The fact
enough
that
information for me. I cut his throat.
Fair enough. All right, cool.
What'd I miss?
Dahlia slit somebody's throat.
Who?
I
Squishy
brought
dead
one of
guy.
them. I brought one of them back long enough for him to tell me that Luda has been busted out and is killing everyone. And the guy's in a lot of pain, so I. Just
And he was the only one that survived. He wasn't supposed to be out. But she let him out. And he is also referred to as the Beast.
Great.
Where's Bruce Willis when we need him?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Discord is telling me my mic isn't working, so that's...
No.
Well, Discord is lying to you.
It did that to me earlier, too. It was like, why do I have a red bar on my screen? My mic is working perfectly fine.
Obviously, you can hear me, so...
I don't believe that we're doing any good standing out here. We might as well just go in and make sure that they are all taken care of, clear out the rest of this base, and destroy that generator.
I don't think we gotta worry about him knowing we're coming anymore.
Someone just starts walking over there. He just moves.
Oh, he's going to do something for once.
I'm still sticking kind of close to Dahlia.
I'm still up in
I'm
the air.
following him in. I'm excited now.
Okay.
Let's go.
As you guys get to another plague zone that's very similar to the one that you're at before, this one is not guarded at all. You can see that even the door leading into it has been busted. It looks like it's been both busted out, busted in. You can assume based on damage, it looks like whoever this beast or Luda is busted out and then did not go back in correctly. Based off the blood marks or like that, you assume Luda's back inside.
Now, who is this that we were told is inside?
The Beast. Luda.
The Beast.
That's the only
Luda the
information we
Beast.
got.
And she, quote unquote, let him out. Dude was skinned alive and in a lot pain. So the fact that we got out of any of that is down to
The
Dahlia's 36
Yeah,
persuasion
36
check.
for persuasion check. Otherwise, yeah, it wouldn't have been that coherent of sentences.
Gotcha. That's
And
strange. I thought he was supposed to be in the other one.
apparently it ate the skin.
Oh, like it took it off people and then ate it?
Yeah.
I'm charging in after Soma. Let's fucking go, Soma.
All right.
Let's do this shit.
I'm right behind Dahlia.
Fly on in.
Okay. All right.
I'll bring up the rear.
Feel invisible.
I gotta find the right map. Give me a hot
You are all
second.
passed without a trace, so you're sneaky if you choose to be, and even if you choose not
To
to
the
be.
extent that I can be.
I leave my basket with the pocket pancakes and what bacon is left outside. I'll come back for it later.
Where
Gets to it. Never
is?
see it again.
Or Luda gets to it. Maybe he likes that. And he just, I had it.
We'll
Maybe
rehabilitate
he's on our
it.
team.
You're done rehabilitating things.
It's worked out so well for us.
Sorry, things aren't loading properly. Give me 1 second.
The universe is just against us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna make a survival check to find Schwarzenegger.
What?
Oh, you're looking for the predator.
Predator joke. Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So
You're at a disadvantage because he's got pass without a trace on it.
I
and
actually
his
don't need a
secret
map.
escape.
Actually, I think about it right now, just
Covered
because
in
there are
blood.
no people. As you get inside, it's a similar path throughout the bridge, past the fans, but there's nobody there. You can see part of the bridge is busted. Based off of the same footprints, whatever this thing is that's moving around is quite heavy, as even on the metal, it's creating slight indentations. Not like pressing in the metal, but just enough where you can see just a slight bend whenever it steps too heavy.
So if we head straight for where we think the power thing is likely to be, because it was in the last place, does it seem to be headed the same direction?
Yes.
Fuck.
I'm gonna go up to Z real quick, or where I think she is. Near Soma. And I'm just gonna remind and say, Z, do not forget that Alazna, before she was throwing her temper tantrum, reminded us that a blade would be, I'm assuming in the large nest, but let's not rule out that it could be in the smaller nest. So if you wanted to use your ring to perhaps detect to see if it is here somewhere.
Good idea, Hades. And I'll send a ping out with the ring.
Did I miss that? We do have psychic whispers, right? So we
Yes.
can talk to each
Oh,
other.
yeah, I
Okay.
guess I can do that.
The old D&D
I
group
just thought
chat.
maybe we did.
And Zephinia, what are you
and-
pinging for?
The blade with the
That
ring.
we-
Can anyone
Pretty sure
see on the
like-
map, or is it supposed to be dark?
He hasn't put it up.
I haven't put it up yet.
Okay.
All right, you do a ping. As you, do you guys want to go past the room with the bridge and then go into the main area? Okay.
How long is the bridge?
It's about a good 200 feet.
Oh, God. Okay. And you said it's creaking when you walk on it, but it still seems stable?
It's not creaking at all. It's just whoever walked on it before was heavy enough to create indentations in the metal.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. I thought it was, like, feeling weak. Okay.
As you guys go into a very duplicate version of the base you're in before, bodies are absent. Not even blood remains anywhere, and it is eerie as hell. So, Zephinia, you're going to do a ping. What's
Mhm.
okay?
Has it been long enough that I've attuned to my necklace just so I know what I'm seeing is real or not?
Yeah.
Because we walked through the woods.
Yeah, you would have attuned to it, but Zephinia, you do get a ping. It is in the room past the generator. So it's in the next room further north.
I'm gonna
Ooh.
psychic whisper. I've got a ping on a blade. It's gonna be in that room up there. They still can't see me. I can go check it out.
No, I don't think that's
no,
wise.
not by yourself.
With True Sight Ren, you're seeing all the cameras in the place, and you can see their arcane eyes following every one of you. They are watching you
We
actively.
We are being watched. It already knows that you're here.
Immediately, the door behind you locks.
They definitely know that we're here.
We knew that. We expected that anyway. Let's just take out the power and see what we can do.
All of a sudden, you hear a voice. Greetings! You've already taken down one nest. Figured I'd be prepared for you this time. It's good that you're prompt. That's something. Come.
Did you let the beast out, or did you fuck up and the beast got out? I'm just curious.
I had no reason why he escaped. But I am curious to see what will happen.
Got it. So you suck at your job. Okay, proceed.
The arcane eye or the like magic is here. Can I make like an arcana check to see if they seem to be seeing Zephynia, like if her invisibility is helping her or if it's not?
Sure, you can give me an arcana check.
Uh, 15.
The eyes don't specifically follow Zephynia, but you can't necessarily tell if that means that they don't detect her or they just don't want to follow her. You can't tell.
I'm gonna psychic whisper to Ren and say, does it seem as though these eyes are all interconnected or all individuals?
Do I remember from any of the schematics of the last place if it had this kind of thing?
This is a
the
little
same
bit
technology.
It's a little different. And added to it before with your arcana, it's actually the eyes only following 3 specific people.
Who's it following?
It's following
Soma?
you, Soma, and Dahlia.
Oh boy. I relay that information to Hades.
Do they appear to be all connected to each other, or are they all individuals?
You
Do I
can't
see
tell.
anything? Okay.
Can I make it an arcana check to see?
Are you able to see them? Because they're invisible.
I mean, if they get pointed out. No.
Well,
I don't know if you had some
say-
way to see invisibility or something like that.
I just start
I
blasting.
say-
Fireball, ice blast.
I think maybe I tell him, maybe a dispel magic or something would let us know, but if it's high enough level, it might not work. But if we could get to a terminal, we might be able to find out more if it's a security feature of the facility.
No, but if you said that they were in the library, there is a good potential that they are some kind of arcane nature and not linked to some kind of technological something.
I just stop and look up at it, and I go, I see you watching me, you fuck. What do you want from me?
Hang on, I gotta do math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I gotta remember. Okay, Ren, dexterity saving throw, please.
You got it.
Doing this based off chance. I'm not picking anyone out. I am just rolling to see who keeps gonna get these effects.
Natural 1.
Okay. I am very happy for this. Immediately as you're walking around here, just cussing this, immediately this dark shadow immediately comes by and just immediately just smacks you across the face and immediately disappears. You are gonna take 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning
You see
damage?
this?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, do
Do
we
we-
see this?
You do see this, but it's as quick as a blink of an eye. Like almost.
I have true sight. Can I see what it was when it came up on me?
You weren't looking at it. You were aiming upwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I saw something that struck me.
Yeah, you saw like the dash that just like came by, and you would have seen like a almost like an armored fist come at and punch you, and just immediately like, move through you and disappear through the walls.
I'm still looking at it.
It's gone.
Was that supposed to be a deterrent? I've been through worse.
Good to know. Increasing amount.
Observing this, I am going to activate my shield for the day and go for immunity to bludgeoning.
Fair enough.
We need to end this, and I start walking forward.
You sure you don't want me to go for that blade?
We're heading right for it, aren't we?
We're
with you.
going.
We're all
I'll-
going.
I will put I'll put a token down. I'll put Hades down.
Oh, there we go.
Just as far as movement, so we know where everybody is technically.
Because of what I can see, I'm gonna move up front with Soma. Since I have eyes on things more so than everyone else.
You're right here, Hades. I put
I
you
see
guys.
it.
Okay.
And the ping was somewhere, I'm guessing, up there, up by the generator.
Yeah. So it is past the generator. So it's where you guys fought the other Aberrant soldiers.
Okay.
Classic.
And then
So, on my way up there, I'm gonna go to Dira, and I'm gonna open my bag, and I'm gonna hand you a box, and inside of it is like a kit with like probably 24 vials of antidote in it in a syringe, and I just put it in your hands. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that if someone needs this, you'll be able to use it.
Fair
And
enough.
you all are
I'll
sticking
tuck it
together,
somewhere I
right?
can get at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
do we see control panels as we are walking?
They are all busted.
Okay. That saves me some time. We'll go to the door.
Okay. Door is not even there anymore. It's been ripped off its hinges.
Anything in front of us?
Just what you see.
Death March. Keep going.
How
Okay.
are the ceilings very high?
The
in
ceiling
this whole
himself
area?
in the cavern area is about 100 feet high. To imply the redness of this is, it's the dirt on the ground. It's different than the other place. The dirt in here is like almost like a reddish ash.
So it's not blood, at least. Yay.
It's not blood.
Can I tell?
Both of my daggers out as we move through the front.
Hades, what were you saying?
Oh, go ahead, T. I know you were saying something.
I'm just gonna fly up as high as I can and keep an eye on the group. I'm not gonna let them know I'm way up high.
Okay.
For all they know, I'm still over by Soma.
I can
Just-
see you.
Just so you know, where there's like these dark brown rocks, that goes all up to the ceiling, so you can only like go through the cavern that way, so you can't get over those or anything like that.
Can I tell? You said it's like an ashy dirt. Can I tell if this is like fire went through here or if this is just the dirt? With how much I use fire.
I'll allow you to do Arcana with this because you use fire as a spell.
I am an expert.
Oh hell yeah. That is gonna be a 22.
It is kind of, it follows what your thought process is. You assume it's here because of some kind of fire that's through, but instead of it just being like fire went through here, it's almost like someone is casting like a dark burning fire. Like it's almost like dark, like almost like a dirty kind of fire.
I'm trying to make the mental connection of what Ren said, that there was a like fiery one and a beastly one, and the fire one's probably moving through here.
Yeah, this
Does it
fits that
look
bill.
like the ash that was on the dead bodies?
Yes.
Back at the.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to know.
Okay. So I will
I-
psychic whisper that and say, I do believe from the heavy footprints and he kind of like scoops up a little bit of the dirt and ash. He's like, and the ash here that your two friends, Ren, are probably here.
Sophinia, dexterity saving throw, please. And yes, you are invisible. I know that.
I'm gonna use a lucky.
Okay.
Maybe.
Are you hovering in the air?
I'm flying around.
Yep.
It can hit you.
18.
18. Okay. You immediately see this black flame fire at you, and you immediately dodge out of the way, but you can't see where it came from. Where it was casted from is now gone.
Where in here did that happen?
It would have been cast from this area.
So it knows we're here, and it can see invisibility. Just FYI.
I just kind of shift my weight, keep my shield and my sword up.
It also throws fire.
Hell.
I stay over Psychic Whispers. Do we want to try to recruit it now, or do we want to get the blade and then try to recruit it to fight them with us later?
I don't think there's going to be any type of recruitment from these things.
I don't think it's listening. Let's just go get that blade.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, I'm just saying.
Moving on.
Thought you were all keen on destroying stuff here. Let's go do that.
Okay, so you guys get pretty close to the generator. The generator itself is actually powered down. But somehow there's still power to this facility.
Oh, well, that's not
Is
a
there-
good sign.
Can I
Told you we should've
investigate?
gone to the big
Look
nest.
for, like, any sign where any of the power is coming from. Like the generator's powered down, but the power that we've seen, is it like magical power? Are there any other like cables or
Yeah,
any-
whatever's keeping the place at least lit right now is arcane in some way.
Okay.
But there is no
But the
power
power's
that's in the operating facility. The generator is not destroyed. Someone turned it off.
And the generator at the old place had someone inside of it, right?
No, well, this generator
No, that
itself
was
was just a
past the
power source.
generator.
Yeah, this is just a power source.
Gotcha.
You were thinking of the cloning room. That's the next one up.
Yes, that is what I was thinking. Yes, sorry.
You're good.
Right. Okay.
Keep moving.
Keep trucking on.
Yeah. I'm
As-
gonna
Everybody stay
adjust.
close.
As long as nothing happens.
Zephynia, give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Spooky 20.
Stop! Don't go in there! You just hear this in your head.
Who are you?
Oh god, someone heard
Who are
me,
you
thank
talking
god. Just don't go in there. The creature's inside.
What?
Do I see
Psychic
someone?
whispers.
There is a door that separates you, so you guys can't see inside.
Someone's in my head saying, "Don't go in there. The creature's in there," and then I'm gonna switch back to the someone.
Watch again.
Who?
Oh no, she froze.
Oh
Oh no.
And where are you? And how are you talking to me?
Okay, you froze for a second, so you were gonna talk to the voice. Try it again.
Because after I told the group not to go in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who and where are you? And how are you talking to me?
I don't know how you can hear me, but I'm in the next room over. I can see the big guy, and yeah. Hi.
Wait, it's in the room, the big guy.
They're in the next room.
Oh, okay.
That still doesn't explain who you are.
Say everything whispers. Is this the one that's punching everyone? Tell them stop.
I'm not talking to the creature. I'm talking to. Honestly, I don't even know who I'm talking to, but they're in the other room. They said they can see the creature.
Is the creature punching us when they're all in there?
I'm going
Ask them
back to.
Which room are they in?
So they're in the
The room we can
they're
get to?
in the next room. There's a door that separates you guys. So both the person that's talking to Zephynia and the creature are in the next room.
Oh, okay. That's what I was trying to understand. Were they in there together?
Yep.
What'd you say?
Oh, I was mouthing it's a blade, probably.
Oh.
Oh, shit, you're way smarter
First
than
thought.
me.
First thought.
Yep.
I'll repeat my question. Who are you?
Shh.
And how
shh,
do you
quiet. It might hear you. Shh.
It's not gonna
Yep.
hear me. You're in my head.
Oh. that makes a lot more sense.
Not to me.
You're funny. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who I am. If you come and save me now.
You just said not in the room.
That cut out.
Give me a little context. Who are you? Who am I saving?
Shh. It might hear you.
I look at Zeta. You look confused.
Yes, but you can't
Oh,
see
you're
it 'cause I'm invisible.
I can see that you look confused. I just give you a look and I'm like, I mouth, what's happening?
Don't know. I'm gonna psychic I don't know who this is. They are asking us to save them. They won't tell me who it is. It's in the room with the monster.
Then let's go
We have-
save them.
We have three options here. It is either the monster messing with us, it is someone who is trapped in there and they are trying to hide and find help, or you said that there is a blade potentially in there, and who is not to say that these things can talk to people, it is not trying to talk to you.
I'm gonna
Especially
go
if it
back
senses
to
you.
the other person.
Okay.
Are you not a person? Are you a blade?
The fuck, are you a blade? What kind of question is that?
Back to Psychic Whispers. Yeah, I don't think it's blade.
Let's go kill this thing.
Let's just go in there.
Yeah, I'm with Hades. I'm already trying to make my way to the door.
Alright.
Bren's gonna. Are the things still following us as we get in here?
Alright, so I got the tokens up here. Are the things following? Oh, the eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still following you.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I-
ask the not person if
The what person?
the not a person, but maybe a person.
The not board.
The voice.
The unsure voice. What does this monster look like? What can it do if you're in the same room as it?
I mean,
Do you
it's
know anything about it?
it's big. It's got a lot of armor on. Very furry. Has like a big
I'll
weapon. Looks really angry.
I'll say that to the group.
Before we go into the room, I tell everyone, I'm like, hang on. I want to test something. And I want to try to shoot my bow, which does solely magical damage. Well, it does mostly magical damage at one of the arcane eyes and see if it's possible to damage it.
Okay.
It's normally invisible, so it can't be targeted, but I can see it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm gonna attempt to shoot one.
Okay.
That is gonna be a 24.
24. 24 is a hit.
Okay, that is gonna be 11 damage. And of course, I'm gonna roll like shit. Oh, that's better. 1 piercing damage, 10 fire damage, and 2 necrotic damage. Sorry, that was 8 magical piercing damage, 10 fire damage, and 2 necrotic damage.
5 golden rings. All right. You are able to destroy it. I need to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, okay.
Are you within 10
What?
feet of me?
Yes, I think so. We're
Add
all
3.
clustered together. Thank God. Oh, wisdom's good. Okay. Oh yeah, my mouse stopped working. So hang on. Let's see. 15.
15?
Mhm.
Okay, you're going to take some psychic damage.
Okay.
As
Okay.
a repercussion for destroying one of them, you take a blast of psychic energy equal to 15 points.
Okay. You see me wince, and I think you hear the static over the psychic
Mhm.
whisper, like as it goes, and it doesn't damage you, but you definitely hear it. And I just say, "All right, I can destroy them. It hurts, but I can do it. I don't want them watching us. They're watching him. They're watching her." And I'm saying this over psychic whispers, and I point at, gesture vaguely towards Zephynia, and I point to Soma. But they're not watching me. Do you want me to do it again?
Let me try something. Hey, Soma, apparently there's something watching you. Let me see if it maybe got a spell on you. And I'm going to use Cleansing Touch to see if I can end a spell on him.
Okay. Does nothing. They're still watching them. Some of them even redirect to start following around again.
How many are there?
Since you guys moved into the room, you're being followed by, let's see, you took out 1, leaving a total of 19 left.
19? I didn't realize it was that many. Okay.
They already know we're here. We may as well just
It don't
destroy
matter.
this thing.
Wow,
Make
I
my
was just
way into the room.
Let us just show them what we can do, I guess.
Let's fucking go!
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins.
That's us right now.
speak
Go
for
in.
yourself.
As you start walking in, Sophia, you hear the voice again. Wait, not yet.
What do you mean, not yet? You just said save me.
Yeah, but it's. I don't want you to get hurt.
Who are you?
Oh no, Sophia's frozen.
Who
again. Oh,
are you? I
Oh, no,
fucking
not
hate
again.
Discord tonight. Every single damn time.
Oh my gosh, it's like it knows you're.
Every probably 3 minutes, less than that, you guys freeze and I skip out on like 30 seconds of context.
Oh, no.
oh no.
It's gotta be a blade. It's gotta be a blade.
I'm just gonna say back to the voice again. Who are you?
Who are you?
You're the one that contacted me.
You're the one who's listening to me. Who are you?
Why'd you contact me if you don't know who I am?
I've been yelling out for days, but you're the one who responded.
And you can't talk to anybody else here?
If I can, they haven't responded. Fucking jerks.
Psychic whispers. You guys don't hear anything, do you?
Tell it to say something, and I'm gonna listen.
I don't know what you're talking about, Z.
Back to the mystery voice. Can you try shouting out to the others?
Hi! You guys don't hear it.
Psychic whispers.
Can I try to like reach out telepathically or like arcana wise and see if I can hear this?
Sure, you can give me a con check. See if you can try to maybe link to Zephynia or try to figure out what's linking to Zephynia.
That is 21.
Like in the middle of the long high, you hear the end of it, and now you're put into the communication. Hi!
Hello?
Oh, another
Wait,
voice.
you can hear him now?
I don't hear so.
Oh, goody. 2 people. My friendship level is
Well,
going way up.
Yes,
Are
but we are
going
coming in
or
now.
not?
Yeah, we go in. We are coming in now, and I open the door.
Okay.
I'm right behind, sticking close. Everybody stay close.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys just a
I'm
roll
gonna-
initiative now, because this
Yeah.
is gonna get a little dicey.
It's gonna get dicey.
No pun intended.
Unentirely intended.
Oh my god. I have a disadvantage on initiative, right? Because I'm
Yeah.
exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a natural one, so
Bummer.
Oh no.
Can't get worse than a 1.
nope.
Let's see. Let's go with Hades. What do you got?
18.
Zephynia?
10.
Dahlia?
21.
Dira?
Also 18. What's your dex, Hades?
Probably lower than yours.
Necessarily.
It is a
I'm more.
+1.
Same. What's your actual score?
Actual score is a 13.
Then you go first. I'm a 12.
Okay, so I'll make Hades.
And I got 5.
Alright, so then we go. So, Soma's got 19. Creature's got 17. Alright, we're going to start off with Dahlia as you're going to be entered in first. I need you to give me a perception check as you enter in the room to see what you can find.
Uh, 19.
19. Creeping around the corner over here, you see what looks like a regular paladin, but a little bit taller. maybe about 7 feet in height. I'll put him on the screen.
Is he furry?
His descriptions are as such. He looks mostly as his furry, is just he's got very shaggy hair and a bushy beard. He's wearing a lot of armor. He's got a very jagged broadsword on his back that seems to be steaming with heat. His hands are bloodied and his eyes are pitch black.
I'm assuming you're Luda. We're trying to kill all the people here that did this to you. You want to help?
Help. Help, Luda.
Do you want help, or do you want us to help in killing everyone here?
Kill. Kill Luda?
No. Unless you want me to.
You want
I
to
meant
kill Luda?
them. No, I want to kill them. And I gesture to, like, the entire room. We have the same goal.
You can assume whoever this is very, like, immature when it comes to the mind.
Kill bad guys that hurt Luda.
Kill.
Kill
Kill.
hurters of Luda.
He's going to start moving a little bit closer. You start to notice that he has a gaping wound in his chest that's holding some kind of black energy. He's going to move a little bit closer. Anything you want to do?
Is Luda hurt?
Hurt?
Is Luda not whole?
Anything
Luda
else other than
stop?
dialogue or you want in your turn?
Other than to have just my hands brace against these sick new daggers that Ren gave me, but I brace on them casually, so it's a hold action, but I am not tense in the way that Luda would then beat the shit out of me.
Fair enough. Okay.
I talk to the guys right now.
All right. We will then switch over to let's see what second. Hades.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and
you can start where Dahlia is. I did full.
Oh, okay.
So you can move to Dahlia if you want to use your movement together.
Go that way. I don't like this thing.
Don't say that loud.
Does not like Luda. Luda does not like you.
Yeah, I'll get there, and I'm gonna attempt to talk to the disembodied voice and say, "Where are you?"
I'm right here. Do you not see me?
No, I do not. Where are you?
Open up your eyes. I'm right here.
I need a bit more than here. Quit playing hide and seek and let me know where you
Ooh,
are.
I love hide and seek. All right, come
No.
find me.
No. Fine. All right. Let's play this game. You want to play this game? It's fine.
Stop, Hades.
Okay. I cast Fireball. No. No, I thought I had something. I don't think I have it. Let me check.
The Undertwirl equations. Fireball. She said no to me. Fireball.
A squared plus B squared equals Fireball.
Here's
No,
your
I'm
check
gonna
for 500
use-
gold. Fireball.
I'm depositing it. I'm gonna use detect thoughts in the area and see if I can find where that voice is coming from.
Okay, so it detects thoughts of everyone in the area, or you, I forgot how detect thoughts works in this circumstance.
It needs to be within 30 feet of me, so I'm gonna detect it like out into the room 30 feet.
You do not get a blip offer unless you also hit over Luda. Then you would get something off of Luda.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll out and sweep with it.
Okay. As far as the main ground, the only thing you hit is Luda. You hit something inside the pool, but you can't make heads or tails of what it is. From Luda, it's basic thoughts. Kill, survive, / burn, kill, survive.
Okay, I just relay that to the group. I'm like, I don't know what this disembodied voice is at that me and Zephynia are hearing, and this thing ahead of us only knows how to kill, survive, and burn things. So I do not think it's going to be friendly. And I guess that's probably my turn because I used an action and everything.
Yeah. Let's see. That was your second. So we go to Soma next. He's gonna move up. And he's just going to like whisper to you two. So do we want to kill him? Or what? Dahlia and Hades can respond.
I think I'm making good progress so far.
I don't think it understands, and I think we need to put it down now.
Well, if you say so.
Okay. Soma's going to Missy step in. He's going to appear right behind the creature. And then he is going to hold an action with his sword. So actually, I'm going to have him appear here. Actually, no, he has reach, so I'm going to have him keep there. If the creature shows off any murderous rage, he will attack. We then go to Dira.
All right. Say, Psycho Whispers. We think he's some kind of plague, whatever.
Yes.
Everyone.
Seems like he's already killed.
I don't even know if Ren can see what everyone's looking at yet.
No, not yet. Only the people who've had their turn so far has been able to see what is in front of you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm having massive technical difficulties. I can't get my mouse to work, so I can't actually, like, even scroll up on the thing to look at it.
I'm gonna try one turn of Luda. Luda killing is bad.
Just because you're crooked head.
Do you understand?
Kill. Kill good.
Alright, he don't understand. And I am going to hope like hell that he only does the hitting. And I'm going to cast Compel the Duel.
Okay. Alright. Got it.
And that is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm pretty sure he's going to fail that shit. Yeah, it's a 2.
Yeah, that's yeah. So, yeah, so if he tries to hit anything, let's see, what is it exactly? And disadvantage on attack rolls against any creature other than me must make a wisdom saving throw each time it tries to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from.
Okay. Anything else?
Now I'm just gonna stand here and be ready to have him come at me.
Okay. All right, Luda's turn.
Wait, with my. Let me look at my. 1 second. Let me
Okay.
Sure, that one. Bonus actions real quick. I don't know. Also, bonus action. No, in fact, that is a bonus action.
Okay.
So I am actually going to dash to here with my action. Now that's my turn.
Okay. On Luda's turn, he's gonna see you, and like whether it's him or something with this thing in his chest, it starts to pulsate on him as he starts to feel pain. He looks at you. Luda, kill. As he's gonna immediately come and try to strike at you. Due to that, someone gets his hold reaction. Just gonna hit him for 63 points of damage. Excuse you. Okay. He's gonna move 5 feet up, and he is gonna draw his greatsword. And he, as it starts to burn with this dark fire on it, he's going to attack at you, Dira. That is a... Wow, that's really low. 20 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. Second attack is a 31 to hit.
That hits. And you said he was attacking with a sword?
Yeah, great sword.
Yeah.
Okay. And then damage. You're going to take... excuse me. You're going to take 28 points of piercing damage. Sorry.
Okay.
And he can only attack twice. So that's the end of his turn. We're officially in combat.
I'm going to burn a charge on my shield. And
okay.
Make a con save or the DK. What was the hit? You said it was 31, so I need to make a con save of... Make the con save, so he takes that damage instead of me.
Okay. Got it. That gives him a lot of damage real quickly. Where did it go? All right, we go to Zephynia. I think you might be muted.
I'm gonna unmute myself, and then I'm gonna fly into the room. I'm going to shoot it with... We're gonna try out my fancy new bow. Huh! My fancy new bow's not gonna last very long. That was a nat 1 for a total of 8.
String snaps.
Yep. I'm going to then put that back on my back and take out my flame longbow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot twice.
Okay.
18 for the first hit.
Miss.
And 26 for the second hit, and it's a crit.
Okay, yep, definitely hit.
Oh, the dice. Then 10 damage, 11 critical damage.
Okay.
That was with my flame longbow. It does deal an extra 2d10 fire damage. Was that in there already? Yes, it was already in there.
Okay.
So that will be my turn.
Okay. Then we go to Ren.
Is that... Oh, sorry. Is that how far back I really am?
You can start your turn somewhere between Zephynia, Dahlia, and Hades, somewhere by that area.
Okay, that makes more sense because I was walking with Selma.
Yep.
Question as we walked into this area. It's very similar to the other one that we were in, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And when I went into this side room over on the left at the other one, it didn't have any control panels or anything for the inside. Everything for the inside was inside
Correct.
of the cloning chamber. Okay. Once I get up to this area where Hades is, what do I see in here?
It depends on how far you want to go. If you are where you are now, you only see so much because the blue lines are walls.
Okay. Okay, I'll move into the room. I've got 50 feet of movement, so... I can get like I think I'm actually gonna go this way so I can dip behind this wall.
Okay.
When I come in there. Once I get to like here though, what do I see?
I mean,
when I'm like come in, what do I see here?
Same exact layout as the other place. You see clone chambers, pods, bodies in them that are kind of cryo frozen or being currently experimented on. No difference than any of the other one.
Does it have a big central pod in the back?
Yep.
Okay. I have true sight on. Do I see whatever's been talking to Z?
Nothing hidden in the ethereal plane or anything like that. Nothing, no.
Nothing invisible?
Nope.
Besides all the freaking cameras?
No, yeah. I mean, the only things that really stand out is the cameras. I think the only thing that you probably notice is on Ludus, the thing in his chest is radiating, like, ethereal energy.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my bow and I'm gonna aim for that thing in the center of his chest.
Okay.
Making me a little cold shot. I'm gonna hide if I can. Let me see if I have a place to hide. I don't need to because Dira is engaged, so I can get sneak attack either way. Cool. Alrighty. That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
That's hit.
Okay. Do you need me to divide out necrotic damage for this creature? Is it resistant or anything?
No, you're good.
Okay.
He is just a humanoid right now.
17. Oh, good sneak attack. $32 damage.
Okay.
Does it react at all when I hit that thing? Does he have any reaction?
He does not. No, he does not.
Okay. Does it spark or anything?
If anything, the only thing that you notice due to your passive perception is that it looks like as the arrow goes like close to it, it still damages it, but it almost like disappears within its void.
Okay. It needs to make he needs to make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw to see if he's on fire.
Fail. There's no way you can get that.
I'm also going to burn a plague charge so that way he can only see 10 feet in front of him until my next turn.
Okay.
so that gives me advantage for my second shot. I'm gonna shoot him again.
Okay.
This time I'm not gonna aim for the thing.
Okay.
That's a crit, baby.
Okay.
Wish we would have crit on the sneak attack, but we'll take it. $44 damage.
Okay.
And then that's my attacks. So I've just come in the room. I'm just gonna say that I absolutely move forward because I'm trying to keep my eyes out for whatever this thing is that's talking, so I need to cover as much ground as possible. So that's 50 gets me here.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash. If you let me make an acrobatics check to climb, if I need to make one, I should be able to use my full movement, which is 50, to get right here. But if you want me to jump this or something,
No,
or
you can climb over.
You can
climb over the pods. It'll be fine.
All right. Let me make sure I got my movement right then. Let me do a little measure tool here. Should be. Oh, I got 10 more feet. Sweet. No, not that far. I just jump in this middle of the pod. Okay. All right. That's how far I get.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna do a quick swivel around, see if I see anything when I get up here.
Nothing out of the ordinary compared to the other place.
All right. That's my turn.
Okay. Go to the top of the round to Dahlia.
Fuck, I just put a mouthful of popcorn in my mouth.
Yes.
Shit.
Yes. Just everybody watch. Everybody watch her while she eats.
It's the full server. How's your meal tonight?
It's skinny popcorn. Not sponsored, but I would love to be because I eat this way too much. Alright, so. Far away are we from it? I didn't really want to hit him because he could be beneficial to my grand plan, but, you know, with the grand plan of killing everyone. But, we're going for it, baby. So, didn't really want to do this with, or did I? I will. I don't have the specs for the daggers that Ren gave me. What are they called?
They're just +3 daggers.
Oh. Well then cool, I'll use them on my next turn. So I have time to research. I'm gonna move to... Here.
You can also throw them for sneak attack damage, just FYI.
I can, I just don't want to hold up the group too much to equip them and then do the thing.
Don't they have an invisibility charge too?
Not the daggers. They're just +3 daggers.
Quantity over quality.
Can this absolute Giga Chad make me a wisdom saving throw?
Fail. He auto fails on all wisdom saving throws.
I love that. But let me roll that damage. Okay, that'll be 18 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Let me triple check. I can't add a charge of something to that.
Let me just add the ability I kill you.
Can I have it? That'd be so baller. Where are you, Blessed Strike? I'm just trying to make sure. Oh, okay. I just need to make sure of something. What bugs?
I cast power word killed. You don't have power word killed. I said I cast power word kill.
And then for a bonus action, I'll just hit him with a psychic dagger.
Okay.
Because of my blade, I gotta remember where I put it in here. Hello? Oh, I found it. I'm sorry. That popcorn got really good. Threw me for a loop.
The popcorn is too good. I cannot concentrate on D&D while I'm having this popcorn.
Okay. Alright. I know what I need to do now.
There's a sponsorship. Skinny popcorn, so good you can't even play D&D while you eat it.
Yo, did I nat 20?
I don't know.
I sure did. Okay, I critted on that.
Okay. Show enough.
That's weird on this. Okay, so I get that. And I get this.
And a little bit of that. A little sprinkle of this.
So I use my blade, so I get so that's 20 damage plus 13, and then plus a crit. Do I roll both of those again?
Yep.
Or do I double it?
No, you roll them again.
Or is it the same thing? Oh my god, wait. I'm stressing myself out.
Gotta stop eating all that skinny popcorn. Setting you all up.
Wait, shit. No, my headphones went out. No, this is so important. Stop.
I don't know what is going on right now.
It's been the tech day from hell.
Okay, alright, now I can hear you guys again.
Cool.
So, what were you saying, or was it just utter confusion?
Well, you just got to roll again because you asked me for critical. If you double it or if you roll again, I said you got to roll again.
Okay. I think I goofed, so ignore the second one. So 20 damage. 20 damage plus this. I hit the wrong button. So 25 damage, and then I will roll that again. Which is 8 damage, and that sucks. Plus another 8 damage. But wait! Hold the phone, you guys. I got sneak attack on that. Right?
If you haven't used it yet, yeah.
Do I double my sneak attack too because I quitted?
Yep.
It added sneak attack on your blade already. It was 12.
Yeah. Okay, yep.
So the 32 was the total damage on it for a crit. Plus whatever else you're adding, I'm not sure.
Okay,
But it added
I'm sorry. I
piercing,
did
psychic,
the
piercing,
My
psychic,
bad.
blessed strikes, and sneak attack were all included
Just
in your roll.
delete. Yeah, delete everything else I just rolled and wasted 45 seconds of your life on. The total for that will be 52 damage.
Okay. All right. He drops
on
on
top of the thingy.
He drops on one knee in severe pain as you start to notice that the black energy inside him starts pulsing as he starts to transform.
Uh-oh.
Aw.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, Lou, that we
Yeah.
could have fought the bad guys, but you started being weird.
As his armor starts to fall over his body and he starts to grow these horns and his body starts to decay with plague, his sword grows even a little bit longer now that he has reach. Anything else on your turn? You're right over there?
I'm a child.
I don't even. Jesus Christ! All right, we're gonna go to Hades.
And thank you
Probably
for
not
the
wise.
feeling of the chat.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move there.
Moving on.
And then seeing Zippy get happy there. We're gonna go.
Jesus Christ.
Ryan, you're in timeout. Get out of here. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to attempt to cast Ryluthan's Psychic Glance at him.
I do love how
So
you say
please
attempt.
make me-
I love that.
I mean, he could pass. So it's an int save. 18.
Okay. That's a 5.
Okay, he tried.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. All right, so he's going to take 7d6 psychic damage. So that would be
As long as it's not actually 76 psychic damage, I'm fine with it.
no 7d6. You're getting all the d's. All right, let's see. There's that. That. And that. So that is 10, 15, 21. So 21, 24 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And he is incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Okay. He is immune to being incapacitated.
And remember, he is blind outside of 10 feet, so if you are not attacking him close up, doesn't help for Ben because saves, but like if you're not attacking him from close up, you have advantage.
And then I'm going to go ahead and quicken that one for 2 sorcery points. And we're going to go ahead and... Where's my one at that I want? Yeah, that's the one. I'm going to attempt to hit him with a chill touch.
Okay.
So does a 24 hit?
Yes.
Okay. He takes...
Is that necrotic damage?
Yep, 16 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And he cannot heal until the start of my next turn. He can't regain hit points.
Okay.
Does it look like that affects him?
It seems like he's taking damage to it is equal to anything else right now. Yeah.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Go to Soma. He is going to run up. And... Sorry, 1 second. I saw my sheet just like went offline for some reason. When the actual fuck? There you go. And he is going to do... He's gonna Hunter's Mark him. And then he is going to use his greatsword. He's going to attack for the first one. That's a 28 to hit for 32 points. Second attack, 42 to hit for 51 points. Third.
This music is stressing me out, Tro.
What?
This music is stressing me out.
Okay, so he did a decent amount of damage for the 4 attacks. We're gonna go to Dira.
Sorry, Luda. Don't think you ever had a chance. So hope we do. And I'm going to take a whack at him with my great sword.
Okay.
Do we get flanking?
Rogue flanking, I believe.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, that's not going to do good. That's 14 to hit.
Miss.
Second attack. That's even worse. That's a 13 to hit.
Miss.
So, yeah. Bonus action. I am actually Can I reach his chest, or is he too big now?
How tall are you?
Just shy of 6 foot.
I'd say you could like reach it. Yeah.
Is what's in there? Does it look solid? Or is it like?
It's hard to tell because there's like almost like an energy around it. You can't tell if it's all that energy or if it's an energy over something solid. You can't tell.
Well, what the hell? I take a swing and I miss. I take a swing and I miss. And, and I'm going to reach up there and I'm going to try and grab whatever is in his chest and pull it out.
Okay. Give me a strength check, please.
All right. Probably damn stupid, but I'm feeling damn stupid. 16.
Okay. As you go up to grab it, almost like you almost kind of pulls you in for a second, your arm and your veins start to turn black. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Alrighty. 17.
Your bonus.
Okay.
Was that with your bonus?
It's not. Oh, saving throw. Yeah. It's got mine on there already.
Okay.
Well, 17.
You feel a surge of rage for a second, but you're able to withstand it. You are definitely content that you should not touch this thing. Anything else?
I am. What the hell? I already told him to only hit me, so I'm gonna take a step over this way. Steps over this. If I can draw him after.
Okay. He's gonna attack for opportunity on you. Oh wow, he gets terrible hits against you. That's a 20 to miss. You are lucky.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
Okay. It is his turn. He is.
He's got to roll to see if he's on fire. Or sorry, he is already on fire. He needs to take a d6 of fire damage.
He is in this form. He's immune to fire.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Hey Joe, real
Until the
quick
fire
here.
went out.
Yep.
Just FYI, sorry, I forgot to roll on the wild surge, and I did surge. Doesn't affect anything, but on my next attack within 1 minute, if I hit, it does max damage. Just FYI.
Fair enough. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
So everyone would see that when he transformed, the fire, he was on fire, but it went out.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
he's still baked in fire, but like it's almost like now it's like part of his armor. Like even his
It's not
sword is
hurting him
steaming.
anymore.
No, it's not hurting him.
All right.
So he's gonna rage at the beginning of his turn. Due to his rage, two things happen. One is now he can manipulate fire, and two, anybody's affected by the plague needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
How close? Anywhere?
As long as he can. Let's see, where are you? He can see you.
I'm up high. Can he see me?
Yeah, he can see you.
All right,
You're
I
not
need to make a
actively
what
hiding.
now?
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Okay. That's a 19.
Okay, and I need actually have Soma do one too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Soma's good. All right, you get a sudden surge of pressure, same thing that you had for a few seconds in the woods, as he seems to trying to control you. He is going to action. He is going. You know what? He is going to reckless attack, and he is going to look straight towards Dahlia and swing at Dahlia.
He has disadvantage on any attacks on creatures against me, so that would make that a flat roll.
Okay, so then he would have got that. So then that's a 22 to hit.
Sure does, Captain.
Okay. That is 19 points of piercing damage, plus you take an additional 16 points of fire damage. Extra attack would even straight through, puts it at 35 to hit. You take 23 points of piercing damage plus an additional 14 points of fire.
Oh, never mind. I forgot it ends if somebody else damages. I never remember it ends if somebody else damages him. So, never mind.
Okay.
Resistance to fire means it's
You get half.
half, right?
Yep.
Was the 16 before, was that fire as well?
So you would only get 8.
Okay.
And then, so the second one, you would just get 7 instead of 14.
Roger.
And that is his turn. We're going to go to Zephania.
I'm gonna move up right by him, and I'm gonna hit him with the moonsicles.
Okay.
All 3 times.
Soma smiles.
I have a 28, 25, and 21, and I'll just give him a wink.
Those all hit.
So the first one is
Did
19
he attack reckless
damage.
before?
Yeah, he did reckless, yeah.
So you have advantage on all these.
Oh,
You might want to see if you crit.
let's see that. Otherwise, we're just gonna take those 2.
Sorry, didn't want you to miss the chance to crit.
Thank you. 2, 3.
One of them did!
2 of them did. 'Cause I
Technically,
have
too, you
it
get
written-
natural 19. You get critical 19s, yeah.
Amazing!
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So ignore the first damage then, or take one of the first damage. That first.
So
one,
you can do
since-
2. So you can do 2 natural 20s, and then you can make the third one hit for the 3 attacks.
Okay.
Then.
So then one of the crits is 21 plus 14.
Okay.
The other one is 24 plus 9. And then that third one will just go with the total damage of, what was my first roll? 19 damage.
Okay.
Nice round.
And then that'll be it.
Okay. Ren.
Ren does not like that feeling, and so they yell out through the psychic bond. It can speak to the plague. Watch Soma. And watch me. And they're gonna run. I'm gonna send Bird on. I never usually have him participating in combat, and he's not going to, but I'm going to have him look for the blade. So he's like goes right after me, so I'm going to let him go and do that. Can he make a perception check?
You can give me an investigation check
going?
to look for it.
Okay. Is he... I should clarify, he's looking for the person that was talking, not necessarily a sword.
Okay.
Is he investigating or is he looking?
I'm assuming he's investigating for it, right? Or is he just
Well,
standing still
think-
and just
I
keeping his
think
head
he can-
around?
I think he can only perceive because he can't physically, like... I mean, I guess if he was, like, pecking with his beak, he'd be investigating, but if he was, like, doing a pass around to fly, would he be perceiving? Like, he's using his whole turn to fly around in a circle and perceiving. I'm trying to make an argument for it because his investigation is garbage, but he has good perception, and he's only using his eyes to look.
I'd
not
actually
like-
debate that, like, perceiving would be that he's actually staying still and he's using his side vision to look, where investigation is he's actively spending his whole turn trying to find something.
Okay. Well, then he's not going to investigate because he cannot possibly roll well on that. He has
Okay.
a -4.
Got
So
it.
my point was to have him fly around and perceive the area to see. I mean, if he can't investigate, like if he can't perceive to look for her, he's going to fly around to perceive the area.
Okay. What's his movement speed?
His movement speed is 50 feet.
Okay, so you can at least do some of the room then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me a perception check at least on some of the room.
Okay. Let's see what his plus 3. He's a 16 for his perception.
Doesn't find anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. Then for my turn, I am going to let me check the wording on the bows for the next round. Okay, so my bow, he's immune to fire now. There's no reason for me to use my bow against him because it's not going to work. So, Ren really doesn't want to do this, but they also really don't want to get controlled. So, let me check my distance. Yeah, I can get to him. I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
It's almost like with him like reaching for the plague that it wakes it up in Ren, and their hand that normally is gloved like extends into claws, and they're like obviously black and like necrotic, and we're gonna attack with the ancient black dragon tooth dagger.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Do you need to know if something's acid damage?
No.
$35 damage, some of which is acid. They're gonna make a second attack.
Okay.
That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Miss.
Should I be rolling this with advantage? Does everything get advantage against it? Because it rolled, everything should get advantage against it because it was... Yeah, okay, let me re-roll it then. And I'm gonna roll again for the first one to see if I crit.
Okay.
I did not crit. That one should hit though with a 26.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, reckless attack affects the whole round.
That's what I thought. $19 damage for the second hit. Then I will use my bonus action to Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
I am going to use my whip charge that I get with my, like, plague form. It does... I can expend a charge to have 3 turns of this special ability for my unarmed strike. Once I get up close to this guy and I have my true seeing on, do I notice anything strange about the thing in its chest?
It pulses like a heart. It's a solid black orb that kind of like almost substitutes as life source.
Okay. All right, sorry, I have to figure out what if I have a special. Oh yeah, +9. Okay, I just had to see if I had to roll something different to hit. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I need to do anything to necrotic damage?
No.
Okay. It's gonna be... 6. 8. Nice. 13. 17 damage.
Okay.
My second flurry of blows is 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. $23 damage.
Okay.
And then I do want him to make a stunning strike save. My stunning strike is sorry, I don't use this very much. So DC 17 con. And I'll do it on both of the
28
blow strike. Okay, have him make another one for the second hit.
Natural 20.
Okay, and then his flurry of blows just 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 attacks, bonus action.
That's my turn.
Okay, at the end of his turn, he starts like seizing in pain as he immediately just like starts like all these tendrils start forming out of him. He pushes everyone back 10 feet. That it's at least in 5-foot range of him.
Okay. Are you gonna move us?
Yep.
Okay.
Then he is transforming one last time. As his body starts to turn into more of a bestial creature and he's leaning up against his sword, his hair starts to grow and he starts to actually grow claws and fangs. As he starts to turn into a huge, more like lion beast. But before we get there, we're going to end the session there.
Oh, bummer. Bollocks! Alrighty.
So I will mark that as we left off. Starting up next round of Dahlia. Okay, we'll leave that there. We'll continue up next time with the rest of the boss battle. Everybody, thank you for joining in. And we will see you Thursday for Echoes Bahamut. Everybody, good night.
Bye.